probably came up with a different project. Well, this is literally aesthetically 10 out of 10.
This
every single thing. Yeah,
even the
great
nonsense
job.
of pedals and stuff.
Oh,
Well, I'm
yeah,
sure you
especially
love it,
that, yeah.
because you're okay. So I wish you sent me your music.
Yeah, before
not an hour before I first met you. I tried to dive in, but for those listening, she sent me a Bandcamp link with 53 albums on it.
Oops.
I counted 53.
Whoa, you counted?
Did you know it's 53?
I did not.
It's 53. It's absurd. And I was like, these got to be like all singles. And I'm clicking on like 10 tracks, 15 tracks. I was like, what? These are like actual albums. Are they all albums? I didn't click on everything. They're all albums.
They're all albums, yeah.
So you're like a prolific songwriter. Wow. Look at that. That's awesome. How long have you been making music for? I mean, I knew you were a musician. I had no idea you had like hundreds. You must have hundreds of songs.
Yeah, I feel like the Bandcamp is kind of like the museum, but then like the official streaming services is kind of like the pageant girl that's like, hi, I love broccoli, like.
Wait, what is that supposed to be?
I don't know. It's just the more like clean and cut.
Oh, what you show the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So you hide the Bandcamp.
Exactly. I don't hide it,
well, you just don't. It's just there.
Yeah, I just never promoted it at all.
Free storage. Free copyrighted high quality storage.
Exactly.
And then you get to throw it on some streamings, what you choose.
Exactly.
Why not do all of them? Why make it, have it? It's real. It's out there, and then only select some for a bigger streaming.
Yeah, honestly, I think my standards were higher when I first started like recording in studios.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be like, okay, it has to sound like this to be like officially released. But I think now when I hear the shit that is more DIY, I'm like, okay, and I feel like that standard is changing.
Mm-hmm. Is this your own standard?
Yeah,
or
of
a standard
course.
you've seen like others?
I'll just,
Your own
my
standard.
own.
High
yeah.
standards. First of all, tell everyone who you are and what you do. We just
Hello.
we always just go right into it.
I love
We've
that.
been doing it. So tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Julia Morrison. I'm a singer-songwriter, as some people say, and an artist, a mural painter.
Phenomenal painter, by the way.
Thank you. And a traveler. Yeah, I feel like those are my biggest
Phenomenal
identity.
traveler too. If
Yeah, I
you're
feel like
going to
there's
Asia, you're probably a good traveler. Something tells me you like did a lot of foot too, a lot of random traveling, not just like the nicest version of it, but like backcamping, hopped on this bus, walked here, met some people, they took you here. Am I right?
You summarize the whole thing.
Of
Yeah.
course. I know someone when I see them and they're, I wouldn't say but just how they are, I'm like, I would do the same thing as you. Like if I went there, I would do the same thing. And I could tell that if you went there for that long and you're a musician and you're an artist and you came in with all these colorful bags and outfits, which look, I love that shirt.
Thank you, India.
Or that jacket. It's like a jacket.
It's a jacket, yeah.
It reminds me of something from India. Is it?
Yeah, it's from India, yeah.
I had a wild jacket. I always call it the Sgt. Pepper jacket.
No, yeah,
because they
that's
probably
just how I
also
feel
got
about
it from
this.
India
Yeah.
as well.
Yes, they did.
And I had a wild jacket like this. It was paisley on paisley. It was too much paisley. I don't know what I did with it.
Thing.
I know it was paisley for Halloween once. Everything I wore was paisley.
You can do that?
Like
Whoa.
everything from
That's
the
actually
socks
genius. That's
all the
very...
way up. And I had layers. I had like a shirt and then a longer shirt and then a vest and then a thin blazer jacket, then the big jacket.
I should have told you to wear that fit today.
I don't have any of those clothes
okay,
anymore.
yeah.
This
Your
was in
stripes
2010. Yeah, I mean, I've always been stripes, but I liked the paisley. I liked the fashion and the stripes and the colors that you would get at thrift stores in the 2000s. I don't know what age you are, but I'm 35, so that was teenage years. And I think why it was the best is it didn't blow up on the internet yet, and like people buying good stuff and selling it on eBay. I think there were some people doing that, but it wasn't so prominent yet. The fashion of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, they made it much better, the clothes, so they were able to last longer and be in a thrift
the music.
store. Exactly. And also, I think the fashion taste was better then as well. It wasn't fast fashion yet, There was effort and thought. But the only clothes I was ever able to get that were like that were women's clothes. So I looked like this, and I don't normally wear women's clothes, but I only could find like the stuff I really liked that had cool textures and colors and patterns and button styles only in the women's section. The guys was all flannel or like a plain shirt, you know.
Totally, you're just like jersey.
Yeah, a baseball jersey from a little league, you know, something like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Which
I've been
are
in the
fun.
men's section of the thrift shop.
They're
You know,
fun
I've
too.
been there.
They're fun too when you want like clothes you're gonna destroy.
Yes,
you go there.
yes, or so.
Work clothes and stuff. But if you want some cool looking stuff, you got to go. Not anymore, but that's how it was about 20 years ago. And finally, fashion is kind of caught up with men, but it's the fast fashion thing. You know, they finally are wearing cool stuff and it's colorful. But I don't know, for those listening, you were only able to find that stuff in thrift stores. Like for men, you couldn't get it unless you had a lot of money and went to like high-end designer stores, which I never did. So
I feel like now the only safe place to get that stuff is when those old people pass away and then they open their house
Estate
up.
sales.
Estate sale. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. That is the only time to get anything good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're from Chicago?
I'm from Oak Park. Yeah.
So you're born and raised there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you still in your childhood home?
Well, yeah, I just got back from traveling like kind of recently, so I'm gonna move back to the city, but yeah, I'm in my childhood home right now.
Okay. I mean, Oak Park is kind of the city when you are not in the city. Like if you're from anywhere else and they saw the images of your streets and the street names and the style of it and how the houses are close and they look like houses that stretched out of Chicago, you know?
No,
you have the blue line. You literally
we
have
have the blue line and the green
CTA.
line.
Yes.
I mean, this is more controversial than Palestine stuff right now. So, but
How dare you? Yeah, it's very Chicago feeling, you know? So moving to the city, what technically would require you to go east like 2 miles?
no, literally, I was
1
in
mile?
Logan like right before leaving, and that's my jam.
You like Logan?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a Logan Humboldt kind of bitch. But
I like Logan a lot. I miss the old prices.
yeah,
like
no,
10
I
years
was
ago.
low key. I had a good price. It was pretty good. I'll tell you
Like
after
like $1,000 a month.
600.
Whoa! I love how you go. I'll tell you after instantly. 600. That's a great laugh, by the way. And thanks for going off the mic.
I've got to cackle. Yeah, I know when to go close and when to go far
Thank
away.
God. You went away from it. That's like the best case scenario. You like went the opposite direction of it picking up sound.
Yeah.
So
proud of this
600.
cackle.
That is really cheap for a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom.
3. I'm not glamorous. Yeah.
3-bedroom for 600.
It was actually 2-bedroom, but we built the 3rd bedroom in the attic. But they said it was 3-bedroom. Whatever.
That's what everyone's done. Every time you're like, yeah, it's a 2-bedroom, but there's like a 3rd one. Yeah, we made
But
that.
there's like a dog room that we like sleep in all together. Yeah.
The classic back porches of a Chicago apartment, like the wooden ones. You know, some of them were kind of like barely inside. It's essentially like a outside, like a screened-in porch. And then some of them are really reinforced and have like insulation, and you could easily turn that into another living space.
Yeah,
or a
that could
bedroom.
literally that's 1-bedroom studio.
Yeah.
$1 million a month. Yeah.
I was going to do that for graduate school in 2016. I was like, I'm gonna move to Logan with friends. They had 3-bedroom place. It was like on Monticello and Logan Square Boulevard, I think, if you know where that is. And it was a 3-bedroom, but the back wooden porch was so easy to turn into a 4th room. I was gonna do it. I didn't end up doing it, but that's how I thought. I was like, man, you could just keep turning these into an extra room, especially for people who don't care if they're younger.
No,
They
if
don't
you're
care.
creative, you could do anything. Yeah.
Do you build a lot of your own things?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like making stuff for sure. I'm a maker.
Right. Same. Takes one to know.
Yeah. Yeah. So true. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean everything here. Besides, like the only thing I haven't made is the artwork. The artwork are made by friends, gifts, things like that. But the
just
physical
designing,
things,
yeah, setting it up, putting it on a wall, that's making.
well, organizing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood like people who need help with designing like the inside of their house, like getting stuff and organizing it, and like interior designer. I don't know. No offense to people who need that, but
Men.
not this man. You're kind of like an idiot. Like, no offense. Like, how
no, just
dumb
like
could you be
look
that
at
you
a photo,
can't?
look at Pinterest. I don't know.
Or how about just have your own inspiration? It should just come from you. What do you like?
But some
do it
people,
however you want.
Yeah, but some people they're like called to use that same energy, the creative energy, in just a totally different way. And that way, they're just like, I don't.
I love how you said that.
I mean, yeah.
It's more guys. It's more
racist,
guys
but
than the
it's
ladies who are like that. No, it's true. I'm sure there's something to that, but it blows my mind when someone's like, I don't know what to do with this space. It's like, do whatever you want with it. It's your
I feel
space.
like
what are you talking about?
Putting stuff on a wall is so much fun.
It's
and,
so
like,
fun.
Hold me back, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let
Right.
me at that wall.
I mean, you see my house. I have a hard time finding space to put stuff. My
yeah.
whole entire house is like that. I don't have a hard time with it. Just throw stuff up, see what works, take it down. Be smart with thumbtack holes. Like, think about it so you don't put holes everywhere.
True. But
Yeah.
they're like micro holes, you know? It's
Yeah, plaster over them when you're done. Yeah, so that's a funny side tangent. When did you start getting into playing music and painting, like that creative side of
Yeah.
yourself?
I got into playing, I'd say I'd started art and music probably around the same time, but I remember just being so into art. Like, my mom, I think, would put kind of art supplies around, and I would be just like, yeah,
Digging into it.
crafts, yeah, and like making stuff with nature, making stuff with everything, paint, getting messy. Like, I had a family that was like, get messy and get as messy as you need to because you could take a bath after, type of vibe.
Like heavier outdoor clothes and like, have like clothes for certain things, or is it not even that?
Not even that.
Not
No,
even
they're
that.
like not like a almond or family, not
Yeah.
like a your train clothes are too dirty. More like a be free and then like we'll figure it out later. But in a very in a beautiful way. So I feel like that really allowed me to totally just go into art and go in my own world. And from a really young age, I was like, I want to be an artist. That's like my dream. That's who I want to be. That's who I am. And then my dad's actually like a full-time musician. So music
cool.
was just always in my life and like always in the house, like full blast, like amps just rattling my little baby body.
What kind of musician is he?
He does everything, but he does like jazz, rock.
Like
he plays guitar.
drum? Okay.
Yeah, guitar. And banjo, mandolin.
And he's been doing
like-
this his whole life? His
whole
was he
life,
in
yeah.
bands, a session musician, a touring musician?
He did, yeah. He does sessions, commercials, bands, like touring. I think when he was, younger.
So he's like a musician's musician.
Yeah.
He's
No,
play-
he's like pure, like he's like a gold star lesbian, but like a musician. I don't know if you would know what that
I'm not
is.
a gold star lesbian, but that's a
Okay.
funny thing to call your dad. What is it? What is that?
It's when you're gay, but you've never hooked up with a guy ever.
Gay, but never hooked up with a guy. Okay. And you
Yeah.
call someone a gold star
Gold star. It means like you've never done that before.
But
yeah.
a lesbian? But it wouldn't. Oh,
But if you're,
okay.
so you
Okay,
could be
okay,
like a
okay.
gold star gay guy too. I don't know how
Okay,
that. I don't know how that works.
So you
but
think he's a gold star lesbian? Like he's never hooked up with? You think he's gay? But never hooked up with guys? Is that what you're saying?
no, it's like he's a gold star like musician. Like he's just always been a music.
Oh,
it was like
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay, I just never heard of
no,
the
that
term,
was
but that makes
I said it confusingly.
it makes sense more when you lay it that way. My
He's
dad
not
is a
lesbian.
lesbian who's never been with a guy. What?
No, I think he's straight.
But a lifelong musician.
Yeah.
And that was the inspiration for you? You kind of got the itch from that?
Yeah, we did like a family band growing up, and like
Oh, that's cool.
we would always play and sing. My sister plays the drums, and my brother would play like the tambourine, and like we would do like Jackson 5, like Beatles, like we'd just be doing everything and like singing our little hearts out. And I would like play piano and he would just kind of like lead us, but he's not very like controlling or a dictator. He's like, it all felt super natural and fun, and I wish he was like, do scales again, more scales, but I'm a very like different kind of guitar player, guitarist, like much more intuitive and free, kind of like art, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And you got that from him. He wasn't too strict about it, but was like, just
Yeah.
play
yeah.
and figure it out. Learn by ear, learn by practice, learn by playing in bands. Things
Yeah,
like
we would
that.
sing together and harmonize and play. But I got really into playing guitar when I tore my ACL and meniscus playing soccer.
Classic.
Yeah, 3 times. So
3, okay.
yeah, on the same knee. It was pretty brutal.
Which
but
knee?
left.
Is
yeah,
it
I don't know
still-
spiritually what that means, but
Is it okay now?
yeah, no, it's good. I've been hiking the Himalayas and shit. It's all
Classic. Classic hiking. K2.
good. Yeah. Oh my God, you know K2?
I know K2. Not
Dang.
K1,
How do you know
but just
about
K2.
K2?
Well, K2, because it comes after K1. No. K2 and Mount Everest, and I don't know the other ones. I just know about K2 and Mount Everest.
Is it like Kilimanjaro? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying
Mount
stuff.
Kilimanjaro.
Maybe that could be third.
I know enough.
I hope I get some
Enough of the mountains. More of a
prairie guy.
a unofficial geographic lover. I just love geography a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's extremely important to understand.
Interesting. It affects everything.
Everything. And once you understand it and dive deep into it, you realize that we're all a product of random geographical placement. And that's why we are who we are and where we are.
Exactly.
Why we're able to have a podcast here in Chicago. If we were in Canada, 300 miles from each other, we couldn't do it. Even though we're the same people and had the same idea, we can't do it because of geographical placement. It could be a river, a mountain range, too much snow's in the way. But because of where we are, we can do what we can do and have access to certain things based on other cultures who got there based on their geographical placement. And you realize we're just a bunch of ants together, you know? Totally. And you realize it's just a random angle of the sun. And random angle of the sun that changes your hair and your eyes. Like you have more blue eyes and blonde hair. You know, you're probably Western European or Northern European.
Ethiopian, but yeah, close.
Oh, my bad. How could I be so wrong that you're 100% Ethiopian?
It was close, though.
You know, and it's not, none of them are better or worse. They just are facts of nature. And it's beautiful. I think it's amazing. I don't understand people's obsession with it or obsession with trying to change it or think one is better than the other, altering their appearances. And, you know, it's a big problem. It's weird. It's weird. You know, you gave guys crap earlier. The ladies, quit altering your appearances so much. You don't need to do that. You know, that's my way of. No, we're even.
Oh, are we even? Are we? How many women have been presidents? Okay, are we even?
No, we're not even with that.
I won't get angry.
We're not even with that. And I think they should be. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet. I think we should mix things up and see what happens.
Yeah, maybe if we take all the plastic out of our faces, we could become presidents.
Yeah, right. It's the Botox that's in the way.
It messes with your mind.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It is a weird world, and I don't understand the hysteria sometimes about such simple things, beautiful things. You know.
No, but I think geography and nature is so magical and so interesting, and it holds so many answers to our questions. Nature and just random geographical placement. And yeah, we could think about that. I wish we could scroll on that more sometimes,
Yeah, right.
But
instead of
memes are calling.
Can you believe that this movie bombed at the box?
Totally.
Like, I can't believe it. Yes. Yeah. You know, some of my favorite things I do see on like a TikTok or an Instagram is like geography stuff. I love it so much. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Cool. Geography and like safety videos, like tragedies, not like murder mystery, but there was a club, there was this music venue and a band played and it caught on fire and everyone died. Like how to not let that happen, because I put so many events on and I work so many events. So whenever I go to events, I'm always like, that door shouldn't be padlocked. That's a door that should open outward. Now it's going to create a crowd crush. And these ceilings have this foam on it and like all that stuff. And I don't know, I'm just really into that kind of thing. It's fascinating.
Like a form of design too. It's like the design of public spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really important. A lot of people have been hurt or have lost things or died because of bad design, bad planning, public policy. Like every time there's a club fire, if you look at any clubs, musicians playing, it's always because the event promoters or the owners wanted to like save money, so they locked the door so people couldn't sneak in. You know, stuff like that.
Oh, it's always.
And I'm like, do you know how easy it is to have a lock that opens from the inside and not the outside? This isn't rocket science. Wow. Like those locks have existed for a while, people. Or hire a security guard to watch it. Wouldn't you rather pay someone like $100 than get like a multi-million-dollar lawsuit because everyone burned in your building? You know?
No, that's such a good point. There's this thing called the Mahakumbh Mela. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's in Varanasi in India, and it's like I think the greatest gathering of humans ever. And it's every 12 years that this thing called a Kumbh Mela. But recently there was the first one in hundreds of years. I forgot how many exactly, but millions and millions and millions of people came, sadhus, like holy people from the mountains came, and just people from India came, and people from all around the world came, holy people who are drawn to this festival. where you bathe yourself in Varanasi, in the Ganga. And I think there was, I could be wrong, I think there was only one case where there was like a stampede sort of, and it was relatively small for how long it was. I think a month or maybe 3 or 4 months long, this gathering. So many people living together, camping, kind of sleeping on the streets in this, it's not a giant city, and it was run pretty well, and just, I think, intuitively pretty well, and not a lot of deaths. But yeah, it's just kind of amazing.
Were you at it? Did you see it?
I kind of was wanting to go, but also it was such, I happened to be in India at the time of this, it's like Cubs winning and just being in Chicago. It's like, what?
Yeah.
But way more spiritual and like thousands of years of history.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Cubs. But
they only got like 120 years of history. It's not enough.
Yeah. But I wanted to go if I was naturally there. Because that happens. I'm naturally places at the right time. So I didn't want to force it. I didn't want to be like, okay, when it be there, 8 a.m. sharp, But I crossed over it on a train for a train from Calcutta to Delhi. I crossed right over Varanasi, and I was kind of like, one day, brother,
And you saw it? You saw people, or
no?
Just the location.
The location. I was just like,
and what
it's
brought
not
you
right
there?
now.
What brought you in India in general?
Well, so many answers to that, but I'm super long time giant Beatles head for sure.
Okay.
I love Ravi Shankar and sitar and like that kind of music, Indian music, and I was drawn there for so many years. But yeah, everybody told me not to go there, and I was like,
really?
Yeah, they're like, you're a woman alone, too dangerous, and yeah, everybody I kind of trusted, was saying that, everyone. And I've already had a lot of traveling alone kind of experience, but yeah, this just I had such a draw to this place, and
was it dangerous for you?
No.
No? I mean, you seem fine.
I'm fine.
I was just wondering if anybody was right on one day out of the year.
Nobody was right.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I mean,
nobody was right.
I would never say that to someone as advice, man or woman, old or young. I would.
You're a good person then.
I always tell everyone to do everything. I don't get bummed when someone's like, I'm moving away. You're like a friend that you love. You're like, well, as long as it's for good reasons. Now, like, I'm moving away. I'm going to federal prison for 30 years. I'd be like, oh, no. But if someone's like, I'm moving to New York or Oregon to start a job or pursue this or that, I'm like, that's awesome. Good for you. You always have a place to stay when you come here. I can't wait to come visit you. You know, I just see it as a way to. Yeah, I see it as a way to open up the sleepover parties. Now I got places to stay.
Great perspective. Yeah,
I don't. And now you can show me the cool neighborhoods and the food when I come see you, and we'll see each other again. We can't hang around and be friends all day, every day for forever. But I'd rather see you pursue the things you want, grow, get a new change of pace, not sit around at the local bar talking about what could have been, but now you're out somewhere. That's way more beautiful to me than you stayed put. Did really well financially, but like never grew, never tried something, never took a risk. Again, never left the local bar. You could still make money and sit at the local bar and rant about what could have been. So I don't get it. I would give advice, if you were my daughter or friend and you're like, I'm going to India for you, I'd be like, just be really careful. Please, like, call us sometimes and like let us know what's going on. Let us know if you need anything. Try to make some cool friends, so you have people you could trust. Like, that's what I would say. I wouldn't be like, don't do it.
Hell yeah.
You can't go there. But
that's so beautiful that's how you support the people in your life, like.
Yeah, that's what I would want them to tell me,
like,
Yeah,
change is good, and exploring externally and internally is good. And yeah, just like with being the friend of somebody who's exploring externally or internally, you can like learn with them about, okay, what are you finding out about yourself, or what are you finding out about Cincinnati, like
Cincinnati. I heard Cleveland rocks.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's not bad.
It's actually fine.
I like it a little bit more than Cleveland.
It's okay.
Cleveland's got the rock and roll Hall of Fame, but that's okay.
Yeah.
India, did you go anywhere else in Asia while you were down?
Yeah, actually, because everyone told me not to do that. Normally, I don't listen to anybody,
Same.
but
Is it one of those things where the more they say it, it kind of just makes you go further into the opposite of what they're telling you?
you understand the core of me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Like, you're just giving me fuel. Like, that's all you're doing. Every time you're like, don't do that. It's the same with laws.
yes,
Same with
like no turn on
teachers.
red. Let me at
I
that
kicked
red.
a car today on my walk.
You
this morning.
kicked?
Oh, I kicked it
Oh.
hard. He
Was
almost
that
ran me
mine?
over.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't almost run me over. It was
Okay.
a white car.
okay.
Almost ran me over
What
at
were
the
the plates?
intersection.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll get the license plate, but
Oh,
it wasn't
I'm sorry.
stopping. It was about to run me over, and I jumped out of the way, and it just zoomed right past me. Did not care, and I kicked the crap out of that car.
If that was the reason I couldn't have a 3-hour-long conversation about myself, I would have been so mad at that white
I
car.
died today. You wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have just gotten back to you.
That,
You'd been like,
yeah.
wow, he's ghosting me?
Like,
What a
wow, he's
jerk.
super responsive except for right now. Yeah.
Except for when I need him to
No,
be.
I'm actually that's a lot of trauma. That was today.
It happens all the time.
Oh my god.
I've almost gotten hit. And one day I almost got hit twice. I had to dive out of the way and roll on the street once. And the other time I just ran out of the way by 2 different cars in the same neighborhood, same day. And guess this. I think it's the only time I ever thought there might be an angel out there. There was a guy on a bike, and he just so happened to witness both in different locations. He just happened to be on a bike in the morning
Wait,
when
you
it
say
happened.
that's your angel?
And then the second time, I never got his name or anything. He was just like, dude, I saw that. And then the second one, he's like, oh my God, the second. Like, he called it out too. He's like, this happened to you twice? He's like, I can't believe I saw both. And I was like, I can't believe you saw both either. Like, what are the chances that it happens twice and the
Wow.
same people are involved with
Listen,
both?
you got to start wearing neon. I think that's the only answer. You just got to
It's the
be
stripes.
neon
I thought it would be
hat.
easier.
Yeah, you're doing a Waldo thing. Yeah, I see.
You just head on a swivel, jump, run, be quick. Don't be afraid to kick cars. And how you know you're right is you kick the car and they just keep going. If you were wrong, they'd be like, stop. They'd slam their brakes
Yeah.
and tase me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
they'd be like, would you do that? Like, they would say something, but they knew they were wrong and they kept going. It's not the first time I kicked a car, and it won't be the last.
Ooh,
I
near
wanted to
death.
just jump
Near
on the
death.
hood. Like, it was one of those where they were going slow enough where I could take the hit and get some money, but
Yeah, I feel like near death stuff can be so cool if it's the right way, but cars, because they're so unnatural, they just go too fast. They're too
they're big moving weapons.
yeah. It's just you don't get the same thrill as like a natural near death experience, like holding onto a rock, just a little bit of it with your, nails above the valley, That's
That's near
that's a
death?
good
Oh, like
thrill.
being on the edge of like a
Yeah.
mountain cliff or something? Yeah. Did you go do a lot of mountain hiking in India? Did you have this experience holding a rock right at the edge?
I did a lot of hiking, but I wasn't trying to die,
Yeah.
I did responsible mountain hiking. Yeah.
Yeah. So no like crazy climbing rocks or anything, but mostly just hiking.
I did climb some rocks. I did go up some hills, like some crazy overpasses that were just up in the stratosphere.
You did do some dangerous things.
Yeah.
Because
But
you can
Yeah.
hurt your knee out there and you're kind of stuck. Especially if
Totally.
you do it alone. Did you do those things alone? Did you go with people, friends, meet random people to go with?
random people to go
Random
with.
people.
Yeah.
Did you meet anybody else around the country or around the world or just mostly people from the region?
Oh, yeah. People from the region for sure, but then so many people from all around the world. It's like the craziest people from their respective countries, And I'm like,
The
we
ones
have everything in common.
craziest enough to go to
Exactly.
India.
Yeah. But I started in Thailand and then went to
Oh.
Cambodia, Vietnam, Sri Lanka.
Laos?
That was the one I skipped. I kind of heard a lot about it, and I did like on my research, and I was like,
I love Laos.
sorry.
It's got the
You
coolest
been there?
name. No, I just love the name.
Oh. It does, yeah.
You're like,
that.
that
Sorry to
sounds
ruin
different.
this. They say Lao there.
Oh, my bad.
No,
S.
I know. I was
Wait,
going Laos.
no S? So is it French?
Ooh, great
They
context
I mean, they
clues.
definitely...
They got Vietnam.
They
for a
took
bit.
over Vietnam.
Yeah,
They definitely took over...
nobody took over Thailand. Actually, fun fact,
They can't take over the Thais.
because they're good at Thai Muay Thai.
No, they're
I
just-
don't know.
I just said that. You
Yeah,
can't take over the
yeah.
Thais. I have no idea why you couldn't, but I just said it.
I like that. I like that. Just make
the
a
French,
phrase.
what else did they went in with their colonialism? They definitely went into Vietnam.
I think they were in Japan too, but I can't remember.
They definitely did some other stuff over there, and I can't remember because I know Britain did a lot more. They funked up with India and Pakistan, big time, and a
Oh,
couple other things.
oh yeah, but
and China.
because of that, we can go to India and like speak just with everyone, and they will correct me on some words, and I'm like, damn, okay,
Whoa,
yeah, no,
that's crazy.
it's cool, yeah.
It's bizarre, man. So you skipped Laos. Did you do Bangladesh?
No, you're not really supposed to go in there right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
why is
or
that?
Myanmar. I
Myanmar,
think just
the old Burma.
yeah, Burma. Nice job. You
I
know
told
your
you. I used to study.
stuff.
I used to be able to find and locate every country in the world,
Wow.
even
Yeah.
the hard
Okay.
ones
Cool.
like Africa, which is really hard.
Capital of Sri Lanka.
I don't know capitals.
Okay.
That's the next wave. You got to learn where everything is first, and then you go to the capitals.
As long as you don't get hit by that fourth car, you're gonna learn all
Yeah.
the capitals.
The capital thing's hard, and then when you get into like territories and regions, you're like, wait a minute, every country has their own versions of it. Like
No,
China's is
literally.
nuts. You're like, I can't remember all this. There's
The province. Yeah.
the provinces, the territories, they all have them.
Yeah.
And
Oh my gosh.
it's impossible to know. all of
No,
them.
going to every country I would go to, I'd draw a map in my journal, and I'd like write down each place I've been. I'd like write where the states are, where the provinces or the territories are, so I would know where I am. But I would always kind of like do it all handwritten and like have my little map. And then sometimes I would need to zoom in on the map because I've been somewhere for like a month, and I'd be like, okay, so
So you hand drew a map of everything.
everywhere.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. It's
Did you
fun.
stay along the coast, central, north, east, west? What parts of India?
I started in the southwestern coast of Goa, and I went down to Tamil Nadu, Kerala. There's some giant mountains there that I did this like festival with a bunch of artists from India.
You went to it, or you played it, or you did art for it, or
I did art for it. It was kind of this Burning Man philosophy with this up and coming kind of DIY festival, but in the south of India. And so a lot of people were from Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, and so South Indians. And there's a kind of a thing in India where South Indians, they have all of their languages, and in the north they speak a lot of Hindi, so it's a little bit more unified in the north, unified in the south in that way. Like, hey, they don't understand us, and then up there they're like, what are they speaking, but everyone speaks a lot of English, and everyone can kind of understand each other's languages a little bit. But so I really got to know kind of the nuances of the cultures in the south of India through meeting all these people and working on building a whole festival and then breaking it down and camping where there are a bunch of elephants, coconuts, sounds of birds that you could not even draw in your mind,
did you see or witness any elephants in the wild?
Yeah, I actually witnessed probably 4 or 5 in Sri Lanka, one really close to me that was crazy and scary. And as I was there, I was hearing a lot about locals getting stomped or killed or ripped apart.
How'd they get to Sri Lanka? Elephants.
They were there. Sri Lanka
They were
used
there
to
before
be.
it connected, or broke away from India.
I don't know exactly when elephants even came to be, but yeah,
I could see
Sri
them being
Lanka
brought
used to
there
be
as well
connected.
by boat at some point. That stuff does happen too. I mean, I don't
That'd have
know
to be
the
a
answer.
big old boat, but yeah, they're giant.
This is why we need a producer to be like, oh no, they were
Yeah. Oh my god.
like
to
Laos
be
thing.
like,
We could have found out was it a friend?
But I kind of like our guesses. They
The
make
old
us
school
sound
way.
like we have, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
We're
The
now.
background I know
How
about,
many
yeah.
other people around our age could sit around and just actually name countries that they've never been to, and their old names and their regions? Like, it's not pretty normal
No, dude,
anymore.
good job.
Well,
Honestly,
both of us. It's not
no,
common
no.
anymore.
I only can learn it if I'm there. You learned it without being there. That's cool.
There's this great website called lizardpoint.com. I found it in 2011. I've used it since 2011. And you can learn any river, region, country, state, capital, city, flag. It has everything, and you could learn them all. It'll give you like Europe, and the countries are blank, and it'll give you Lithuania, and you got to click on it. You get points. It's really fun for learning, but you can learn like anything geographic about the world, mountain ranges, river systems. It's really interesting. But not enough people do it. They don't know their own geography where they live. They don't know
Yeah.
Chicago, which is the easiest city in the world to navigate because of our grid system. Yeah.
It's so funny. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I don't know why. Obviously, I know why. It's GPS has been on people's phones for 15 years.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, it makes us brain dead. Technology advancing can make us brain dead. Like, I wish I could build more stuff with my hands, and I want to. Yeah.
Do you like power tools and hands, or do you like just the hands?
I had done a lot of power tools when I studied art in college because we
Where'd
had
you
to
study
make
at college?
frames. I went to U of I.
Oh, okay.
Urbana-Champaign.
Urbana-Champaign.
Yeah,
I
but
work at ISU, so only about 50 minutes
Oh,
away.
yeah, yeah,
I drive down
yeah.
there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah.
Oh my God, road trips? I bet that's when you listen to a lot of music now.
A lot of music, a lot of
So
podcasts, a
cool.
lot of phone calls.
Oh, love phone calls.
Phone calls with whoever. Whenever someone's like, "Can I call you?" Like, do it at this time.
Yeah.
Do it between 8:30
No,
and 10:30 on
totally,
Tuesday and Thursday, and
totally.
I will be in my car
Totally.
while it drives me to ISU. Nearly
Wow.
modern cars.
Oh, it's kind of fun to be down there, though. Your own little
It's beautiful down
small. It's like our small villagey vibe.
there.
Of
It's
Illinois.
peaceful. It's much warmer. It was 78 and sunny there yesterday, and here it was like 68 and cloudy-ish. So it was like a completely different feel. I was sweating, walking around the sun, and then I drive back up, and I'm like freezing. It always happens. It'll be like a blizzard up here, and then I go down there, and it's 50. I'm like,
Wow.
oh my God. But so you went to Urbana-Champaign. They have a great, not just engineering program, but their
Computer
arts.
science.
Their arts is great too.
Maybe, yeah.
You're like, I don't know. I went there, but I don't
Yeah.
remember. So
My classmates were decent. Yeah.
I could tell you where that came from. So did you get a BFA?
No, I got a BA. Ooh.
What was your major?
I think I just realized I got something else on a resume recently. Oh no. Yeah, I got a BA. I studied studio arts and a minor in Spanish. I speak Spanish.
And that's a BA. It wouldn't have been a BFA, studio art.
Yeah, I took too many humanities classes.
Oh, it
like I
changed it.
overdid it, and they
Yeah.
were like, "Sorry, you got a BA." I didn't get a BFA, but whatever.
That's okay.
I graduated. That's cool.
I think a BA is better than a BFA, and the only time that it wouldn't be is if you were doing an MFA, and then because that's a terminal degree. If you wanted to teach the arts, you can teach it. You can teach it at college with an MFA.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I might do that.
Yeah, you should. You should. I could see you doing it for art because you're a great artist. We haven't
Thank
talked about
you.
much of that. When did that start? Art,
Oh yeah.
mostly painting, drawing.
Painting, drawing. I would do sometimes little sculptures and sometimes clothes. I got into duct tape for a little bit. I don't know if you remember that era.
Just duct tape, just making stuff out of duct
making
tape, like
stuff.
wallets, classic wallets.
Yeah, dresses, shoes,
Dresses.
it would get kind of crazy. We had a super crafty house. It was like, "Yeah, where's the hot glue?"
Yeah,
But,
the junk drawer. You had a junk drawer. But you have 3 of them.
You mean the junk tower?
Yeah, I had a whole area of junk drawer. Like it was just everything was junk, but it wasn't. It was like, oh, I need this.
Yeah,
Boom.
but you know where each bit of junk is. Yeah.
Thumbtacks in that far corner. Penny. I need 3 pennies. It's in this corner. I need a lighter. Yeah.
No, totally. But yeah, I got super into painting, and I don't know, I really got into realism when I was probably 13, 14, 15. I would just always strive to kind of do the most realistic drawings of hair, of eyeballs, of noses, of mouths, just as real as I could. The shadows, try to do everything with mostly pencil. And I would do painting sometimes too. But then in high school, I got really into oil painting. And there was something different about it because it's so messy. It's a
lot harder.
It's much more difficult
the
to
hardest,
control it.
yeah,
It's like trying to control, a drum kit. It's like, oh my God,
It's the wild bull of the art world.
Yes, of the fine arts.
Of the fine arts
Yeah.
is oil painting. Most people I know
Yeah.
won't even do it because of that. And the smells, they might not have the proper ventilation. You got to be careful
Totally.
with rags and stuff. They could blow up, If you have oil on the rags and you pile them up, the air pressure and the heat, it could blow up. It does
Cool.
have
Luckily, I just got that one nasty rag that can never blow up. It's by itself, alone in the meadow.
So you started getting oil painting. I'm assuming acrylic as well?
Yes, acrylic for sure. Acrylic, I would do when I would be, on the move, if our family, we'd sometimes go on like road trips, like once a year out west or something, out northeast.
Mm-hmm. And how many siblings do you have?
Two.
So older, younger?
Both younger. I'm the oldest.
Okay, I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest? Okay.
I have two
cool.
older, and I'm the youngest. So we have
okay.
different. You and I have different social dynamics.
Totally. Like I could tell you what to do right now, and you do it.
Well,
like, no,
but as the youngest, you'd be like, "No, did Mom tell you that you could tell me?" You always find a way to
you
be like,
thoughts ahead. Okay,
yeah.
But we would all be crammed in like the the minivan, and then I'd have all my painting stuff, and I'd kind of like do sunsets or do like trees, do whatever. But I would actually start bringing oil paints out there too, which was crazy that my family let me do that. There'd be a drying oil. You know when an oil painting dries? Never.
Months.
It's forever.
Months.
Yeah.
Maybe a year, depending on the painting.
Yeah. So I would do. I found like getting control of oil paint to make a face, to make the details of a face. You can get so detailed, and it looks ancient. It really looks old. There's something so beautiful about that. I'm working on an album cover now. And
for you or another band?
For me, yeah. I've done a lot of album covers for other people. Like I love that.
I could tell you. Yeah. I was looking at your website.
Oh yeah.
And I saw some of your album covers. You do a lot of albums.
Yeah. I love doing album covers. I love how it's a square symmetry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would do a lot of oil painting, and then I got into murals too. And like doing big paintings, which I guess you're familiar with.
I have
big
a couple
paintings.
of those. And I have them all over the place. Yeah, that's a 28 by 8 foot, or 28 by 7 foot, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my favorite thing. I'm sure you appreciate this as an artist who might get hired or commissioned to do things. I don't like to tell the artist anything. I just give them the dimensions, the material, and what it will be used for. And I'll give them one thing. For something like this, I was like, it just needs to say DZ Fest in the middle. However you want to make it say that, it just needs to say that. And everything else, do whatever you want. And he was like, do you have anything you want? I'm like, whatever you want. I chose you because I love the way you do what you do. So just do what you do with this size, that material, in this time frame, with just that in the middle. Whatever else happens, happens. And that's usually my direction for any artist. I don't like micromanaging art. I hate when someone does it to me. Why would I do it to them? And if you're working with them, it's because you want what they can do. You want their skill, their style, their approach.
Totally. Yeah. I feel like the best thing to hear is just do what you want. But then I like a little like, but I really like pine leaves, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, and then I'll go crazy on the pine. Yeah, I feel like either complete freedom or direction. Both are good.
You like
both
that?
Both are good. Yeah.
Or
if I can give like ideas, and then someone could be like, I like that a lot, But I could never be a graphic designer. There's like a nitpickiness that just makes me want to attack somebody, verbally and physically. No, but I feel like that's what keeps me in the fine arts and not in like the design world. I can't enter that.
Just like the constant them telling you exactly how they want it, what they want it for.
Yeah, and computers. Like, don't get me wrong, I love like mixing. I love computers to some degree, but not for art as much. I feel like art is such an ancient, art form. Like cave paintings, like this physical impression, and I think when it's got that little like click. Click. Click.
So like just like digital art, like people who make like paintings and drawings, but just digital.
Yeah.
Not a fan of it.
No, I can't do that.
What about like if they're just using it for practice?
Oh yeah, no. Other people do what you want. Like literally, like
just not for you.
Make love with the iPad. That's
make love with the iPad.
Yeah, do your thing. Yeah, but
that sounds
I have
uncomfortable
to. The
or
iPad
painful.
is my enemy. Yeah.
The iPad. I'm not a fan of those things either. I mean, I have a phone, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Working on not having one day. It'd be great to just have some like assistant that suffers, and you get to just not do any of it.
Yeah. Some like freshly 21-year-old just like.
Who loves
away
it? Like,
yeah. Oh,
like,
they love it. Yeah, and they want to do it for you.
Yeah. I could do it so much better. Did you know you could hag this and do it that way? You're like, okay, go ahead. Yeah, I hate having that. I've had to learn to do all those roles of like that young intern who's going to be doing social media management, and now people like us have to know how to do all that too.
Yeah. Did you do any of you did your posters?
I haven't made any of the posters.
No. Okay. Okay.
No, all the posters are made by different friends. All the artwork are.
Okay.
My
Cool.
form of art expression is mostly as a musician,
Mm-hmm.
like where it's literally making it as a musician, but also as a producer and an engineer, being creative with that. And then as an event promoter and a curator. I think I'm pretty darn creative with that, but I
Heck
like
yeah.
to let other
No,
people.
curation is you have to have an ear, you have to have a vision,
Everything, yeah.
and producing and like production is sonically you have to like have such a vision, have such a yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's a different art form, and people don't see it as much or understand it because they can't see it, and it's
Totally,
really hard to
totally.
understand sound. It's this foreign stimulation we have that you can't see, you can't touch, can't taste. You could feel a little bit when it's bassy, the vibrations, but it's mysterious to most people. So when you do art with it, either people don't see it or get it, or it goes over their head and they have no idea, especially like sound art, sound design, experimental music, things like that. But I like it a lot, but nothing with visuals, like not like drawing or painting. Oh, a lot of video work. I do a ton of videos.
Yeah, true.
So there's that too. But I mostly just am a big appreciator of it. I love art. My whole house is art.
Totally.
I've never bought art from anywhere, just art from everyone I work with. A lot of trades, a lot of gifts. Thank God for the beautiful gifts. Yeah, I don't know. I never understand how people have a hard time finding art or coming across it. I guess it's the world I live in now, but they'd rather go buy art at the store and it's like not that great, or they'll spend way too much money on something that's like hip now. This painting was $40,000. $40,000. I don't know about that, but yeah, I don't know. The fine art world is weird. I'm not sure how much you're
Totally.
tapped into it. Like the Art Institute, that world.
Yeah, I feel like honestly any kind of art that is in an institution or in a gallery or being seen, I feel like I look up to. I'm like, wow, people, the fact that it could go from somebody's hands to somewhere where it can be seen, like I think it's beautiful. It's like getting an album done. So many songs have been thought of and made and played, but like once it's finished and sealed, that's a special thing. So yeah, I think that's great. But also when getting art from your friends, I'm sure it has like this energy to it that you can feel when you see it. You're like, oh, I know this person. I can feel the love they put into it. And when you trade stuff, oh, that is the best. That is the best.
Gifts,
bartering.
Just, the amount of beautiful art gifts I have, I can't even, they're everywhere. Like anything that just doesn't, it looks custom. It was like custom for either this place, the fest, or for me as a gift. Like that big metal sculpture over there, that steel one that's right underneath the DZ Records sign. That one's, I'll show you when we're done, but that is one of my favorite pieces. And it says DZ Fest on it. It's a custom one that was made for DZ Fest by a sculpture artist there that I gave all the wood to so they could use it to build a barn for their goats, which was awesome. Aww. Yeah, so she made me this great gift, and it's so custom that it wouldn't make sense anywhere else. Like everything about it, it's like the metal chain that it's on is an eighth note shape. Whoa. Like everything is what it's supposed to represent, like the festival and everything I did. So yeah, a lot of the art that I have here is amazing, and it's one of one. Someone made it for me as a gift. A lot of that. Glass blown stuff that says DZ on it. That people like, just all these little things people make, little trinkets.
Glass is so cool.
Oh, the glass blowing thing, I don't it blows my mind.
It's so magic.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
No. I've watched it very close to where I felt like I could be doing it, but no, I've never done it. Have you?
No. I'm trying to think. I took an art class in high school. I did ceramics. That was fun. Did some drawing, but I would always volunteer to be the subject for everyone to draw and paint. I barely made anything in that class. I was going to
say, are you a
subject.
model? I was literally going to say that.
I don't know. I was always the model, I guess you could say. I would just volunteer because I was a senior and everyone was freshmen. It was like all freshman girls. And I took it as a blow-off class, because I already had all my credits my senior year. And I walk in, and I already had a beard then and way longer curly hair. Was dressing
that's
just
good
like
to
this.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Curly hair, I would just.
I think it was easy for people to draw. It's like just put a big poof here, a big poof here, and then put like stripes and designs here, and it's easier. And I thought it'd be funny to sit on a desk as an 18-year-old man, young man, while all these like really good artists draw you, but they're all the girls would always be like laughing and like wondering why I was how I was because they were like 14. But it was funny. It was funny. And the best part was at the end of each project, you know, they put all the stuff on the walls. So it's just me everywhere. There's just hundreds of me in the hallways and the art galleries.
Wow. So you've been part of life drawing classes.
Yeah.
That's like a super artsy thing.
I don't mind it. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people like to draw. I think it's the beard
Yeah.
and hair. Like it just kind of is this image you can easily put together.
Nowadays, though, people who model in those classes have AirPods. So they just
Wait, what?
they just like sit.
They do AirPods?
They just have AirPods in. So they're like listening to audiobooks and they don't have to
like naked too? Like
Yeah.
they'll do it
So
naked.
they don't have to
So they're not
suffer.
naked. They got something on them. Not fully naked. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
I
bizarre.
mean, I haven't been to one in a long time, but yeah.
I've never done the naked thing. I never did it myself, and I've
Yeah.
never posed for it as well. That would be a little bit more challenging, but I guess I wouldn't care
Crazy.
anymore at this age. But
yeah, go off, Queen, do it.
yeah, I don't know. But the AirPod thing, I'd be like, can we just put on some music, like general music for everyone?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's so fun to do those. You're making me want to do that like so soon.
Like go attend one and draw some?
Attend one. Yeah, I
Have you ever
wouldn't
posed?
want to do the model.
No.
But-
No, not for you.
No, I'm a kind of guy. Like I just want to bring my sketchbook everywhere. you
Yeah.
know? I
And
get
it-
so jealous sitting there. I'd be like, you guys get to draw and I don't. You know.
You guys have to draw a naked person with AirPods in and they don't? AirPods.
No,
I'm so
it's a
tired of
beautiful
that.
thing.
That thing, the whole AirPod. Like I have them. I use them when I go on a walk, and then when I'm done,
Yeah.
they're not on me anymore. There are people who they just like live with one
Literally.
in. One in.
Oh my God.
It's always in.
The
How does the battery last that
the
long?
archetype of the spoiled kid with a AirPod in who's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It happens in my classes all. And they're sound classes. You have to use your ears to listen, and they will have them in. It happens so much. I just kind of, I'm nice about it, but I do give them a little crap, a little guilt trip in a polite way. But I'll just be like, what'd you think of that? I bet you heard it really well. Like, very sarcastic. I bet you really heard it. I bet you your ear canals that you need to hear the sound worked well. In fact, you probably heard the resonant frequency at 4K in your ear, right? Because nothing was blocking it, right? And it gets awkward in class. I'm like, yeah, how about you take out your AirPod?
Ooh, nice.
Don't get me mad.
Nice.
I can get evil. No, I don't get evil. I just get very brutally honest with these kids because they need it. Apparently, no one else is telling them.
What is the class?
Depends on the class. Like this semester, music concepts, audio theory. Those are 2 separate classes. Sound design 1, and advanced sound projects.
Oh, those all sound like really fun classes. I would not have my AirPods in for a second unless I was re-listening to the lecture. You know what I'm saying?
They're not. Who knows what they're doing? They're on their phone. They're on AirPods.
Yeah, no, but sometimes you gotta Snapchat. You know, no, just kidding. I don't have Snapchat.
What was the first
Anymore.
social media you got?
Ooh. Skype? Is that a, you remember
No,
when
that's
people were
like
Skyping?
That's like FaceTime. It's just like a video to communicate. Skype.
Social media.
MySpace?
No.
You never did the MySpace?
No.
Too not your style? Or were you too young? I don't know.
I didn't have any. We didn't have like a computer
Mm-hmm. At that time.
at that time.
I got one in 99, a hand-me-down. Someone old died. We got a computer out of it, you know? But I had to
Nice.
dial up until like 2005 or 6. And yeah, MySpace, that's what I was on at first. I realized I've been using social media for 20 years. Exactly. I got MySpace in October 2005.
Whoa.
And have been using it to promote music, meet people, like how we communicate, like just meeting people through it for 20 years. Like been using it for that reason.
No,
And
it's a beautiful thing. I like social
if you
media.
use it with the right intention.
Totally.
Like you know why you're using it, what you're doing for, and you're always self-aware of what it is doing to you, what it's used for.
Consciousness. I feel like that's, awareness that can help everything, every aspect of your life, you know. Totally. But I think like with social media and like Instagram, it's so nice to have people's pictures and names and who you met them from all connected on the same platform. Like, relationships that could have died, can live forever. And I think that's cool. I don't know.
It freaks me out a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you ever notice, like, I'll look through, not to always delete, like, accounts on my Instagram because I follow way too many. I'm always, like, maxing out, like, because I always end up following, like, every member of all the bands I work with. So it's not like, I don't actually, like, follow. It maxes you out 7,500.
Yeah.
It's just when you work with a few thousand bands and you times that by 4, you go past 7,500 people, plus the artists, plus the friends, plus the colleagues, plus whoever. And then I'll like sift through to be like, I got to find some like dead accounts to erase so I can open up my accounts to follow more people. And I'll scroll through and I'll try to find one. I'm like, I know who all of these people, like I want to keep following these people. I know who they are. And I'll scroll and it'll just be hundreds. And I'm like, how do I know all these people? Like the Dunbar number of 150 should not go this high. And I realize I know them because I've worked with them, but then I keep seeing their face and their name for years. That's why I know them. So it's kind of like when you graduate high school. Do you remember everyone you went to high school with? No. But
70%.
But I bet you if you kept seeing them and their face and their name all throughout the years, every few months, you'd be like, oh, yeah, there's Tommy. Like, you would know
them. That's
them.
a really good point.
And I don't know if that's a good thing because
why should that take up space in our brain? Totally.
And it's just a lot of, like, it's weird. It feels like you know them and you're connected, but you don't.
Yeah, but on the other hand, like, if they're people who align with you and they're doing stuff or engaging with, things that inspire you, that can like kind of be a continual inspiration. So it's not like the person, but it's like the person's kind of soul and what they engage with in the world can be, if it's aligned with you, if it's healthy, interesting, up your alley. I'd say maybe if it's just stuff that's like very superficial or, engage in this pyramid scheme, like they may be like muted or whatever, but
muted, blocked.
But you're connected to someone who is a whole entity for forever digitally. Like it's not just a person in their family photos, anymore. I feel like it's people posting links to stuff like who wants to go to this festival, or pictures of the most niche sunset you've ever, in some random enclave, and it's like, oh, well, now I know about that. It can be brought to you.
No, I love it. It just freaks me out.
Yeah.
Like, I love that I can do it, the connections, be able to just meet people, relate to people, learn some things, discover a new band, they're playing The Empty Bottle. Oh, shoot, I just saw it. That's amazing. It just freaks me out on the back end when you're like, how am I seeing that I know, like, thousands of people? Like, their name, who they are, how I remember them.
Totally.
It could be just a combination of exposure and just the way my brain works. Everyone's different.
Totally.
But
totally.
It's weird. It's weird, and it's, I don't know, it depends on your intention. It feels a little contrived sometimes, but I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah. You could do a juice cleanse.
Are you a big health person? Are you an almond mom?
Oh, hell no.
No,
I'm like, I'm normal. I feel like
huffing oil paints and stuff.
I like to dip my oil paints in chocolate. No, I feel like I do really care about being healthy in ways, but I'm not like extreme or psycho about it, and I don't want to. But I think like being in India, being in Thailand, getting to eat Thai food, Indian food, and like every day, like everything I want.
So hungry.
I know, like
you're making me hungry.
Oh, like chana masala and like pad thai and like all this red curry, like.
How much was it? It must have been so cheap too. I struck a nerve.
$1, $2. Yeah.
For a pad thai?
Yeah.
$1? $1. I'd get fat. I'd eat so much.
That's why, like, that I'm not an almond mom. I was having pad thai every day.
Oh, my God.
Except they do put peanuts at the top, so I'm a peanut mom.
That sounds so good. I love pad thai, and I hate when it's like,
when it's
$19.
$20.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to go to Thailand because you're going to have it for $1 every day and you're going to be like, this is life. This is normal. You know?
Yeah.
That's what allowed me to travel for a year, you know, instead of just,
So cheap there.
yeah.
It's like going to Mexico. When I
But,
went there,
yeah.
the food was so cheap. You're like, it sounds like it's cheaper in Thailand
Cheaper in Asia.
than Mexico, but
Yeah.
Mexico was absurdly cheap compared to Chicago.
Yeah, where did you go to Mexico?
Mexico
Give
City.
me that geography.
Mexico City. I went there for 10 days,
Cool.
hung out with and stayed with some family. I have some family there on my dad's side.
Jackpot.
Yeah, that was amazing, surreal. And then recorded a bunch of bands. I went there to record bands and hang out with bands and meet bands and put on a show. That was really fun. We're gonna go again in the spring, do it again.
What?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But the food was so cheap. Everything was so cheap. Roughly 17 to, I'd say roughly 15 to 20 times cheaper. Like everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you want to eat 8 tacos and get 2 Modelos, it might be like $5.50, $6. Whereas here, that's like $75, you know?
Yeah.
Like 15 times more.
And food and drink and housing are such, you know, wonderful things. But when you spend money on them, it builds this kind of like resentment, you know? But when it's affordable, it's like, oh, you just feel like a queen, you know?
I felt rich. It's the only time I've ever felt wealthy.
It's kind of messed up
was
how
going
the
to
economy,
a poor country, unfortunately.
it's kind of messed up.
And they thought I was wealthy too.
Yeah.
Just because I had like new shoes.
No, literally, like I'm
you know?
an artist, and I felt like my whole life it was like, okay, get ready to be the poorest person in the room, and it's like when I went, you know, to poorer countries, it's really really messed up. But
yeah,
I could actually be living, you know, well.
Yeah. Was it so? It's a poorer country, the most populated country in the world. India is now surpassed China last year. Nerd. And
good job. Yeah.
And what did that like? What are some of like the differences you noticed because of that? Not just like simple stuff like safety or cleanliness, but just the good, the bad, and the ugly, like the pros and cons to that kind of system and economy compared to what you've been in, you know, your whole life.
You know, because I went from Thailand through all those other Southeast Asian countries to Sri Lanka to India, I feel like there was really no shock. There was no like not much of a culture shock because it was such a slow kind of integration. But I think what I noticed with the high population is just that there are a lot of people working at each thing, like no matter what it is, like mechanic, you know, a lot of people working there. Surf shop, a lot of people working there. Cafe, a lot of people working there. You know, everything. A shop of like idols for the gods, a lot of people working there. So you have this kind of, you know, the energy of like, this is kind of a weird comparison, but like college when like there would be a lot of people doing stuff, it was so lively and fun and rich. That's how every moment felt throughout the whole country.
Whoa.
And
wow.
It's because, you know, there's a lot of minds on it. There's a lot of hands on it. There's a lot of interactions. And I think interactions and connections with humans are just beautiful. And there's such wonderful people in that country, in that, like, subcontinent. And it was so cool seeing, like, the differences in each state. Like, there's so much diversity in each state in India. It could be, like, a bunch of different countries. And those used to be different empires. You know, kind of like South America, but, you know, so condensed. But then you have Hinduism, which is like an umbrella term for a lot of these folk religions. So they all, in each place, even in the same city, in each part of it, can practice Hinduism differently and pray to different gods, and there can be different gods for different places. And I just saw this diversity and this, like, richness of spirituality that was so open, so inclusive, so beautiful, with rituals, with flowers, with idols, with food, with families, strangers. And it was inclusive. There was never like, hey, get out of here. It was always like, oh, you want to be in on this? Get on in. We're doing this right now. Go clockwise. Go kind of, so beautiful.
That is beautiful. Reminds me a little bit of, at least my upbringing, like the non-denominational, like Christian church, Protestant churches were like that. Not as much as other, like Catholicism was not so inviting and forgiving. Never really liked it as much, to be honest. But
I really never heard that take on Catholicism.
But well, you're describing like the diversity in the different regions. It reminds me of so many. This country. I'm sure you've been all over the place. It is different when you go to Mississippi versus Wisconsin versus Maine versus California versus Texas versus Montana. They're so different. We have a few common things, like this is the same country. We speak English, maybe different dialects, different accents, but we speak that. And
we all come from immigrants.
Yeah, we all come from immigrants, and we want to make like money or make cool shit or something. Like
Totally.
we have all that in common. But then everybody is extremely different. That's why there's so many issues in this country. I think it's too big. It's too different. It's like 5-6 countries in one at least.
Interesting take. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like after coming back, I was like, oh, we're super unified because we all speak the same language, because we all watch the same movies, like English movies with like Brad Pitt, like we have this collective memory in the U.S. of Hollywood, of our history,
But they have Bollywood,
North and South.
Right? Don't they have a massive film industry there too?
True. And they have like Mollywood, which is Malayalam. It's in Kerala, like the South Indian.
So they have a Mollywood and a Bollywood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit more modern. I'm sure that wasn't like that, 30 years ago. But you realize every country, again, because of the geography thing, if it's big enough, you're going to have a lot of differences. And it probably feels different because India is big, but it's not as big as America, and doesn't have stuff on the bottom of it, but it's placed differently. It's got the coastline all along the bottom, south, east, west. But then you kind of have this wall, the Himalayas on the north, where very hard to get through and get past. You're blocked off from China. That's why they were so different yet next to each other. What?
Yeah.
Preach?
I'm saying preach, yeah.
And that's a big fact. We don't have that in America. You walk right up to Canada. Ain't nothing stopping
We have
you.
the
Walk right to Mexico. Besides borders, there's nothing stopping you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Borders are crazy. Like
They are ridiculous.
it's super, super funny. Yeah, it makes more sense to have them go along the lines of mountains and rivers and
They did forever
yeah.
until we developed latitude, longitude lines that we can map out.
Totally.
And those are funny. Those lines are not straight. They have to constantly compensate by, like, you ever drive in the middle of nowhere, like going to U of I, and you were out at a party in the middle of nowhere, like locally in Tolono, Illinois. Tolono. You know Tolono, right? It's next to Urbana. Don't matter.
Probably, yeah. Okay, it was a bit ago now.
And you're going down these roads, and they're all straight square miles, right? These massive square mile plots for farming. But then every once in a while, the road just hits like a dead end, like a T, and then you have to get and go over and keep going straight again. And those little staircases are to compensate for the fact that we're laying a grid on a round object. So like the lines are not straight ever. None of them are. And it's really weird. It's arbitrary.
Totally.
I don't get it. We're like one of the only countries that has those perfect lines. Canada does too for some of its provinces, but I've never seen any country. They're all rivers, mountains, forest, ocean.
Totally. And I think a lot of times too, it's wherever the like indigenous humans were, settled is like what has become major cities now. So yeah, those spots have been active for like a long time. But it's super funny we made ours so gritty. But when you have a bunch of flat space, it makes sense. Like why not make the super logical thing? But
and it's
there's
easy to keep track of everything,
Yeah. There's something really fun though when you're in a place or in a city where there's like curved streets or it goes with, it's fun.
It's an
It's like a
old
roller
road.
coaster.
Yeah,
you know?
it's an old road. It follows the river. The river's not there
Yeah.
anymore, but they kept it because it's been here for 1,200 years, like that kind of stuff.
Totally.
Old place. That's how Europe's the same way. You're like, this stuff is nonsense. There's just like Paris. You're like, place is crazy. It's like little micro centers of roads leading on angles everywhere. And it feels impossible to navigate. The roads are really small and old and bumpy, cobblestone.
And if you ask anybody a question, they're going to be like, get out.
Yeah, you don't know?
How do you not know where are you from, America?
You just have to be nice, it turns out.
Hi, so please, could we just, do you know where? Oh, I'm a queen of asking where to go with my hands.
Yeah. When you don't know the language.
Yeah.
Like, hey, where do I go?
Totally.
It's easy to navigate in a different language. Just use your hands.
Yeah.
Use context clues, like grab stuff,
Point at the map.
Point at blank.
How the fuck do I get?
I don't want to die. How do I get over there?
Yeah. No, but it is so fun to figure out like land in like cities and new places without a GPS. Like that is
We are rare.
That is a
you
very
and I.
fun thing.
There's not a lot of us. There's like military people who are into that, survivalists, hunters,
Yeah.
and us. Like that's it.
Yeah.
There's
and
no
like
one else.
some people from the DIY scene are just like yeah.
A few people from the DIY scene
I
are
bet, yeah.
resourceful. Yeah, they would like that too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd say for America, 98% of them don't know this stuff, don't care. I don't hear them talk about it.
Yeah.
It's GPS. It's the flight took me there. I don't know how to get to the airport. The GPS took me there. Like none of it. They don't. When I fly, especially the modern flights, where they show that elevation and speed and air and all the details of the flight, I'm like glued to that. I can like not watch a movie. I can just watch those numbers change all day. Like wow, we're going 623 miles an hour.
Totally.
Like I'm looking out the window. I am 1 inch away from air that's negative 60 degrees
So cool.
Fahrenheit while I'm going 623 miles an hour, like, 70% of the speed of sound. Like, this is insane.
Totally.
And everyone's just like sleeping or texting or watching something. I'm like, no one else is watching these numbers. Like, this is so bizarre that we're doing this right now. It's terrifying.
Totally. I find it cool too how like the route that planes take like over bodies of water,
Right.
like, trying to
Because
trail.
it's not a flat grid. Yeah, it's rounded. So you're not curving. You're following the straight line. It's a curve when you lay it flat.
Totally.
And it is strange when you first learn that. Yeah, very weird. Would you take to India? Like, what was the flight? Or you went to Thailand.
Thailand
So
first.
did you go over like Alaska? Kind of more of a Russian. Yeah.
Yep, over Alaska to Korea, and then Korea to Bangkok. But fun story. So I like get on that flight. I'm sweaty as hell. I'm disgusting.
Is it the summer?
Smells so bad. Yeah, it was July 15th when I left.
Okay.
And this guy is sitting next to me. It's just the two of us, and he looks beautiful. But I was, kind of like K-pop beautiful. I was like, interesting.
K-pop beautiful.
Like a little bit kind of like, are you real? It was, you know how they're kind of like airbrushed, Okay, yeah.
I know what you mean. I'm so behind on the K-J-pop thing.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of like those human looks because they're so not normal.
Yeah.
They're very contrived. And that goes from anyone. It has nothing to do with race or gender. It's literally anyone on the planet that does that to themselves. It throws me off, like uncanny valley, uncomfortable.
No, I'm with you, King.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, so he's sitting there and I'm like, oh, I smell so bad, and I'm just like so tired from carrying all these bags for so long that I was just like, yeah, we're not gonna talk. But I love talking to whoever I'm sitting next to, so I think we were like, how's it going? And figuring out, lives. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play a concert in Bangkok. Like I'm touring with my band. And I was like, I kind of thought he was probably a DIY guy. So I was like, dude, congrats. Like, that's such a big deal. Like, wow, He's like, yeah, thanks. He was super nice, super chill. And we fell asleep, mouths open, just like, next to each other for a super long time. Woke up and there's like, porridge or whatever. And then
Oliver Twist over here.
oh, love that musical. Oh, I'm a musical guy too. But so we end up, talking a little bit more. I asked more about his band. He drums. I'm like, oh, nice. That's a great thing to do. I kind of just like, oh, he's like a small, probably beginner, and because I'm so used to being in the U.S. where some dude will be like, yeah, I'm in a band, and then I'm so like important in this, and I'm just like,
yeah, I'm in a band.
I'm in a band, yeah.
I'm so important.
Like my gear and like my rig and my band and my gear. But so I'm like,
You just admitted so much about how you really feel about musicians that are men in America.
Oh, yeah.
You really
Some
got it
of them
right,
are
though.
good.
You nailed it.
Some of them are nice.
You're not wrong.
No, they're great.
No, I know what you're saying, though.
No, I like them.
Okay, I got it. It's in stereo, and it's like hardwired point to point.
No, it's for sure in stereo. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, but before he leaves, I'm like, hey, maybe like, what's your band name? Like, I could look you guys up, And like, this is literally while I'm like leaving, and he's like, Turnstile.
Oh, I've heard of Turnstile.
Yeah, they're like a giant band, and so yeah, that's who I was sitting next to.
The drummer of Turnstile.
Yeah, and he's like so beautiful, and I was just like, oh my, yeah. I told my friends.
Well, you said he was Korean?
Daniel Fang. No, he's not Korean.
Oh, you
he's
said he had
American.
like the K-pop.
Yeah, he looked like.
Oh,
he's
looked
American.
like
Yeah, we're from everywhere in the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was crazy though. But then I messaged and I was like, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you." And he's like, "Yeah, if you want to come to the concert," and he like got me on the guest list. So I got to go my second day in Bangkok. I went to this, and it's like mosh pits.
For Turnstile in Bangkok.
Yeah,
that's pretty
so
sick.
Cool. Man, sometimes
that's an awesome story.
Yeah.
Whoa, I got some. Man, I thought I had some cool stories about
tell a story.
Getting on guest lists and stuff.
Okay.
But
I bet you do.
Yours is the coolest I've heard. Because it's so random. Like, what are the chances you're
What are the odds?
And he wasn't first class or anything, just normal?
Fucking cheapest tickets.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Right?
I like to hear.
I love that guy now. I'm the biggest Turnstile fan now.
First class is for one group of people only. Plus 70 and older. I'll give it to you.
I love that. It should just be given to the old people.
Old people. It means you worked hard enough to have enough money to get it. And I'm sure flying at that age is horrible. So, like, yeah, you could have it.
Oh, that's very nice.
But other than that, get in the back, you lazy 28-year-old, you 40, whatever you are. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Millions of people have done it. You'll be okay. And it's more fun being with the people. I hate not being with the people.
I like to be with the people.
I want to be with the people. I hate sitting above them, away from them, a box seat, a private this. They do happen to me. It's never me. It's just the fortune of the people I know in my life.
Oh, yeah.
It's never me, which makes it better that I'm always like, I can't believe I get to do this. And it's not even through me. It's like, I didn't even do anything and I'm here. But I don't know. I don't like it. I like being with people. I'd rather be in the crowd. I'd rather be sitting at the ball game with everyone eating hot dogs. Not the box suite thing is crazy. It's amazing. It's not fair. It's so evil. It's so much better than sitting in the seats with the people. Like, it's so good that it's not right. Like, you should go back down with the people because it's such a great everything's free and they bring all this food. You get whatever drink you want. They have a dessert tray, a cart that comes through and you make whatever desserts you want. You have your own bathroom. It's got space. I don't know. It's just not fair because only 1% ever gets to do that. And the people who do it get to do it regularly.
Yeah, you should only do that when it's like your quinceañera or something.
Yeah.
But when you run festivals and stuff, how do you spend your time at them? Like,
Madness. Running around like a mad person.
Cool.
20,000 steps in a day in 1 yard. Like, you don't leave 100 by 300 feet yards. Yeah, you get 20,000 steps. Yeah, it's maddening.
Wow.
Because I had people to do everything, but because I'm me and I'm so obsessed with it, it's such a custom fest that I know how to do everything. So if I see anything lacking or slowing down, I got to run over there and do it. But I'm also keeping an eye on everyone and making sure like my sound engineers are fed and hydrated. So I'm always running around getting them tacos or Red Bull or whatever.
Wow.
And so a lot of just literally running around. And secretly, you run around so people can't stop you to talk to you. Because if you're running around, you're busy. I know I really was busy, but it is a good way to not have to have 700 conversations.
Yeah, totally.
One, you really do have to do stuff. Go check on the bands. Make sure everything's good behind the backstage. There's enough pizza. Go check
so
on the
much
power.
Going on. You must have one of those brains that like can thrive in the chaos, can like find the peace in the chaos.
It's one of the only times I feel peace.
Totally.
When I have nothing to do, I go crazy. And someone was like, hey, just go like sit on a Saturday in your house and like just chill. I'd be like, I can't. I can do that from like 7 to 8 a.m. and then I'll start getting squirrely. I need to lay. I don't call it multitasking. I call it layer tasking. Because you can't really multitask, but you can layer task like no other. That's what's great about machines. I don't understand when people are like, oh, it's really, I got to do a bunch of errands. It's hard. I got to do like laundry. I'm like, laundry? The machines do it. You don't got to do anything. What are we talking about?
I spent the past...
How lazy are you?
Yeah. I spent the past full year doing my laundry in a bucket. So I would
in the river?
Sometimes, but mostly just the bucket in like a bathroom.
Okay.
And like in all of these countries I listed, you put the water in the bucket and then you take your clothes and you put the soap or detergent or whatever. And then eventually you hang them up outside and like in the sun and just hope the monkeys don't get them. Yeah.
Any monkeys steal your stuff?
Food, yes.
Really?
Other stuff, no, but they took one of my friend's phones once. It was very funny.
I've heard you can bargain with them.
You can. She got it back.
That
she got it back, yeah. But laundry with your hands feels so good because you're doing laundry. I feel the same way. I'm like, nobody's doing laundry now. The machines do it.
That reminded me
complain.
of Aziz Ansari's character from Parks and Rec. How he always...
I love
Or
him.
Jean Ralphio. I
love both
How
of them.
he sings like...
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. And you just did
we
it.
can sing anytime we want to, but like people just think you have to speak. I'm pro singing.
Monkeys steal. So monkeys stole your friend's phone. How'd she get it back?
Yes, we went up this monkey temple in the south of Thailand.
Temple?
Yeah.
A temple built by monkeys, or a temple of monkeys, or a temple for monkeys?
I have a theory that most ancient temples were built by human monkeys and humans, but that's a different thing. But yeah, so this was just this is just a temple that is inhabited by like hundreds of monkeys.
Okay.
And I was like, oh no, we're not doing this because I don't want to get my face ripped off by monkeys, Like they're
vicious.
if I got something they want, I don't know that. They're not telling me that, you know. But so she left her phone like in her scooter. Everybody's riding scooters and like Vespa type beats in Thailand. And so we come back down and she's like, where's my... We see this monkey just fucking like...
He's posted on Instagram.
He literally live streamed the whole thing, I'm kidding. It'd be crazy. There's proof. No.
Imagine your friend, you're looking at your friend who went to India, like you, and I'm like, oh, she's doing a live stream. Check it out, and just like a monkey running around. Like,
oh my God.
Is this a joke?
I would watch that show.
I wouldn't be able to put it down.
Oh my God, yeah. No, but yeah, so some like storefront lady was like, here, give him this, and she's done it a million times. Like you trade the plastic bag of like nuts for candy for this.
And they can open up and eat it.
They love to open it up. That's what they like the bag. They want a plastic bag. Who would have guessed that monkeys all they want now is our plastic?
It makes sense. It's extremely novel and foreign and odd to them.
Shiny.
Doesn't
makes
exist
a fun
in their world.
sound.
They see that something can't come out, and then you tear something that feels not possible in their universe.
Wow, you just sold me on bags right now. Yeah.
And then things come out of it. And the smells, the aroma, like that's probably a lot for them and their abilities.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fruit though. You take the outside off, you got the inside.
Like a banana.
Yeah.
Or an orange. Yeah. Man, monkeys stealing stuff, elephants. That sounds wild. And you never went to that region before? It was your first time?
First time, yeah, in Asia. Yeah.
Wow.
I really got in there. It was so much fun.
And were you staying at like hostels, Airbnbs, just
hostels? And then I would do this thing that I've also done before, where I would talk to a hostel or talk to a bar, talk to different places, and be like, "Hey, do you want a mural?" And then show them my work and be like, "If you let me stay, for like depending on the mural, the size, I'd be like, could I stay for this long, like a month or 2 months?"
And it worked?
Yeah, and I was able to
murals for staying.
I was able to stay for
so cool.
way longer because I would get murals and food sometimes. Like, oh yeah, you stay here, we'll give you breakfast and lunch too, And
it's amazing.
And I got to do the thing I love so much at the time, in the manner I want to do it, and that get free stay.
And
it felt
it's in India.
In
like
Thailand,
your artwork
India,
is in Thailand and India.
Yeah.
Like on some wall somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
How cool.
Thanks.
And people from around the world that stay there get to see, like,
totally.
Did you put your @ symbol Instagram?
I only did that once. The other times I don't do that.
You don't like it?
No. I only did it once because it was street art. So it was kind of like, this is in the street, But the other times when it's more of like a kind of commission, like the bartering, then I want it to be art, you know. And sometimes I don't even sign it because I just want it to be something beautiful to look at, and it doesn't matter who did it, you know.
So you don't sign all of your art?
No, not all of it. I'm not like I feel like the art itself is kind of like a big signature. That's
Plus, you have to give the art historians in 200 years something to try to Sherlock Holmes, like figure out, like, wait, was this the original Julia? She didn't sign it, but this was the era she wasn't signing. You know, that's what they'll get into, and they'll do like layers. Oh, she uses it. Okay, yeah, it definitely coincides with how she would do it in this era.
I love that, but no, nobody cares that much. But yeah, one day
Nobody cared about the ones they do it for now.
So
what,
true.
5% of the artists were actually like notable and proper and famous and whatnot in their actual life while they were living and made good money from it. It could be less than that number. It's not many. They get famous afterwards. And it's arbitrary and it's inflated and it's not real.
Totally. No, I think as long as you're making what feels good, and I feel like I was so lucky to do it for so long and like do art in the way I want to do it and still live in a beautiful way. Like
that's really cool. I admire your trades of services with things. That's how I roll too.
Totally, yeah. And it felt good when it was not, financial too. It's like this feels actually worth, what I'm doing.
It feels real.
Yeah.
No transaction. I mean, there was one, but no money exchange. So it feels like no transaction. It's just like it goes back to that deep-rooted like barter system. I think that we like a lot because when you can't quantify something, it has this endless capacity to be whatever it is you want it to be. But when it's $100 and you make $20 an hour, that takes me 5 hours. I got to get it. Now it's worth $100. I don't want it to get hurt or damaged. Do I have to get insurance on that? But as soon as you get rid of all that, it's like, hey, I'll give you this if you do that. Here's my goat. Can I get your pig? It leaves your experience and what you get out of it up to the imagination.
Totally.
Instead of the bank.
And it can be so painful to hear about people's jobs where they get, paid crazy amounts of money for really little intelligence or critical thinking or like just sending emails or just using
You should describe most
AI.
of the workforce.
Yeah, but then it's like there's some people out there, like a lot of my friends have these skills that are so priceless, so magical, and yeah, I guess that's all of our journey. So it's like figuring out how to trade those in a way that feels right. But I'm not worried about it. I feel like it's...
How do you monetize your brand? How did you monetize your brand? Don't you love when you hear that? How do you make money off your brand? What's your brand? Did you monetize it yet?
I just got to go right now.
Your residual?
I have a call right now. Yeah, I don't know.
You're like, I don't know how to monetize it either.
Yeah, I've kind of been doing like commissions since I was a kid. Like people would be like, "Oh, can you draw my cat?" I'd be like, "Yeah, okay." Like this much money, and it would never be crazy. And I've sold paintings a lot and album cover, like done a lot of commissions that have felt great, and it's so cool to like contribute to other artists in different forms.
See it on a vinyl someday in someone's living room.
That is such a dream.
Do you have any of that? Any of the bands you've made records for? Or covers for? Have they gone and done vinyl with that?
I think I have a friend that made cassettes.
Okay,
yeah.
That's cool. Cassettes, T-shirts, CDs. The vinyl thing's cool though because it's blowing up.
So cool,
and you actually can see like your work
in cool.
detail of it.
Oh my god!
I'm sure it'll happen this year.
Yeah,
it'll happen.
That's nice.
And your music, you need to get your music on vinyl. I don't know how you could fit it all. There's so much. There was one I heard, On and On. Came out recently.
Yeah.
It was the top album to the left on your Bandcamp.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. All the reverb, a lot of reverb. It was cool. I was listening to it. It was really beautiful. You have a great voice, beautiful voice. All self-taught, like with your dad and stuff. That you just learned it through that.
Yeah, just kind of singing at home, but then I would do like choir,
Okay, you did choir.
As a kid, yeah. And some theater, but no, they never wanted me in the musicals. They were like, yeah, stick to the speaking ones, but it's okay. I like speaking too.
Why didn't they want you in the musicals?
I think they needed more of like a, but that guy's only doing it for some doll.
You just really did it great.
Yeah, no.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, but some kids are like great at that Broadway thing, and I think I'm more of like a Appalachian like folk singer, and then like a grunting like indie kind of rocky, screamy thing. So I don't know if that's the most Broadway.
I could totally see you matching up with some really awesome Chicago bands, artists. The next show I have, you should play.
I would be so honored. Thank you.
A lot of good indie folk. I call it lo-fi bedroom indie rock.
Yeah.
Have you listened to Hemlock?
Yeah,
you
for sure.
I could see you guys playing well together.
We actually played a show like so long ago, like I think mid-COVID or something.
It feels like I've done it. Like I know what I'm talking about then, huh? I'm already telling something. You were like, yeah, we did that. It's like, yeah, it's a good idea. I'm like,
no, yeah, their stuff is so nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of great. Chicago's music scene is so endless and so good.
No, I love Chicago for that, like rich music scene, and everyone is so supportive of each other. That's my favorite thing. Is like we all listen to each other's stuff and go to each other's shows and like steal each other's drummers. That's like
there's a lot of drama. I hate that I have to be like sometimes the arbiter of the drama. I stay out of it, but I get it thrown to me a lot. I'm like, what? I'm not God. I can't do it. I don't know these people. I don't know that person.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I'm not his attorney. I don't know what to tell you. You're an adult. Either work with them or don't. I don't know what to say. But I don't like that when stuff's going like drama and they're like, what are you going to do? I'm like, nothing. I'm not in charge of, we're all independent souls. I don't know what to tell you, We
should have like a DIY HR for like...
We kind of do. Did you ever hear of DIY Chicago, the Facebook page that has like 22,000 members?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
There's an HR though.
Well, they have like 3 or 4 admins and they almost act as like an HR.
That is so true. Wow,
Yeah.
I never thought of DIY Chicago like that.
Well, I've seen it in action where like heated stuff because people are wild.
Yeah.
And the admins have to come in and like make decisions like, should we take down the post? Should we take down that comment? That's hate speech. Whatever it is,
You're right.
So there is a form of that, but it's impossible without proper rules, policy, and a hierarchy. Hierarchies naturally form for a reason, and without it, humans run around with their heads cut off like a chicken.
Totally, but then that's like the big deal stuff. But then there's the small deal, unimportant stuff that people just want to talk to someone about. Like if there's like a DIY HR that could be like, okay, so like my drummer, like he wasn't on time like for the 7th time, and like I just like how do I deal with this? And then they'll be like, okay, so we have this other few drummers we can introduce you to, like
I should do that. I could do that.
That could be, and they could get paid like super little, each month.
$30 a year.
Yeah, $30 a year. That's fair.
That's you have to give 1% of everything you earn from every show. Everyone has to pitch into it, and I'll make maybe $3,000 in a year.
Ooh, that's actually good. That's a fun.
$3,000 in a year. That's
or we could also just problem solve on our own. Talk to our parents.
Yeah. Whenever people are like, I'm like, dude, I've been in 17 bands. Just go to the next one. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, things
find
change.
A new person, you'll
start
find them.
things, end things. Yeah.
Just go to the next one. It's not going to last. Hate to break it to you.
Oh, so true. True.
It's harder than relationships because at least you have romance and sex in relationships. You don't have it in your band. So you're fighting and you have the only place you get steam off is playing the music. So if you can't do that, then forget about it.
Dude, okay, wait. Disagree because with relationships, I'd rather have bands than relationships because with relationships, all you have are a bunch of photos that you now can't show anyone, a bunch of memories that you kind of have to like put somewhere else now. But with a band, you have, hey, listen to this song I made when I was 14. Listen to how it sounds, you got something to show.
Until the 5th year and they're tired of, yeah, Ben, we get it. You made a song at 14.
Well, you just have the other bands to show too along the way. It doesn't have to be the one time you ever made music, but
it's definitely a goofy analogy or metaphor or whatever. But
yeah,
I always say it as a joke because it's like I say it as a joke because it's just hard to be in a band. It's a bunch of relationships you have to maintain. You got to be nice. You got to be cool with sharing ideas. People are pouring out their heart, and you have to have just like in a relationship. If they tell you something heavy, you have to find a way to take it and not make them feel weird or guilty or ostracized.
Totally.
And you do it with the band too. What if they show you a song in your head, you're like, this kind of, I don't know, I like this. How do you say that to your bandmate without being mean or rude? Or they'll go like, I don't want to be in a band with you anymore. Yeah, but broadly speaking, the scene's amazing. There's always going to be drama. If you have drama, figure it out. Don't put it on TikTok and Instagram. Nobody cares. We're also not your lawyer. We can't do anything about it. So talk to the person. I don't like that. I don't like, let's just go to the internet and put everyone on blast. That's not smart. That's not going to end well. Because it's going to happen to you if you keep doing it. So I would talk to people. If you have a problem, just talk to them. If it's not working, they're late to every band or practice, then tell them like, hey, we're going to have to, find someone. We're trying to be more consistent, more professional. They might hate you. They
No,
might go spreading stuff on the internet about you, but at least you didn't do it, and you're not the one doing it.
No, I'm so with you. I feel like the internet and even like gossip and like just talking shit, like I think people need to be more mature and like see when stuff is actually harmful and when stuff is just kind of like, oh, this is like a interpersonal conflict that can be resolved with talking. Yeah, I think it's very immature to kind of shit on people's entire identities or, try to get everybody on a bandwagon. But everyone's just, trying their best, I feel like. And but I think it's so great when people do have bands and like practice friendships, practice collaboration. Like it's a really healthy thing that makes you a better person and like a better friend, when you can be reliable, be either a good leader or be either like a good member, follower. That's a bad way to put it, but
and the in-between moments.
Totally.
You did the sound check, and now you have 2 hours to sit in this dive bar, and you got 2 free drink tickets, and you
Time
can
to
go
bond.
smoke some weed in the alley, and you're just like having fun with your friends. And like you see some people show up, and you go run around the corner, go get some food before you play, and you're talking to the sound people, and they live locally, and they're in a band, and they like your band, and it is fun. It is fun. If you're trying to make a living out of it, I think that starts to change. I've never been. I always just play for fun. So I always just have a good time. If they go, you owe us money because nobody came, I'd be like, all right, I guess I owe you some money. But I don't want to get... I feel like if you start making money off of it, for me, it might ruin it for me. I like making money in other places, but for music, it's just to do it. No dollar signs.
Yeah.
Do you play often? Do you play shows often?
Yeah. I played almost like every other week or every week before I left to travel.
That's a lot,
It was a lot of, sometimes DIY, sometimes a lot of bars and venues. I've got a show in like 2 weeks.
Where?
Shubas. Yeah.
What date?
Yeah. The 2nd of November.
Okay, so Sunday the 2nd. What time? 8, 9?
I think like 8. I'm going 2nd, opening for Jenny Scara. She's really cool.
I'm going to go to that.
Fuck yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, but I've been, I was playing a lot also throughout Asia. Like, the way I make a lot of friends is like by playing at open mics and meeting local people, meeting travelers and being like, here's a song I wrote, yesterday. And just meeting like the coolest people with their random instruments. And like, I actually got booked for a bunch of shows too in like Thailand and India. And yeah,
how did that happen? Just meeting people? They just started booking you?
Yeah,
or
I would
go somewhere and ask? Like,
I would just live in that place for a bit and I would like be playing open mics and people would be like, oh, could you play a show and then get paid, and which was really amazing too. And it would be mostly like me alone, and sometimes I would meet someone and be like, hey, could you harmonize on some songs? And yeah, I actually ended up writing, I did this thing where I did like a song a day in India, in Rishikesh, for like where the Beatles wrote the White Album. Wow. I was there and I was like watching some documentaries about like them particularly being in India, and I was like, oh, I was just kind of remembering the ethos of the Beatles, which was like, I don't know if it's the ethos or whatever, but they wouldn't be like, oh, I'm just feeling so much, I'm going to write this song. It would be like, we have a studio date. We have to be in the studio and finish an album by this time. So let's finish it. So it was all about a deadline. So I was like, yeah, I think I'll just write a song every day. And it was April. It had just become April. So I did that and I emailed it to my friends. I was like, who wants to receive this song, like in a voice memo? And so like 100 of my friends or something replied. And so I got like an email list going, and I would write about my day in India, and I was painting a mural at the time. So I would talk about like painting and like what I did, what I learned, and like spiritual stuff, friend stuff, like very, sometimes vague, but just sometimes just joking around. And then I would write the lyrics of the song, and it was just like a fun, I called it like a anti-perfectionist April, because I was like, this is not going to be perfect. It's just for fun. And yeah, I did that every day, and then I did it again in June. And so that the album I put out most recently, it's called Cool Emission. It's from every day writing a song in June, and it's 20 of those songs that are like the best ones that I mixed kind of while I was traveling on my phone. So it's like very DIY. I was really inspired by like Guided by Voices and just kind of stuff sounding like a little bit bad and like a little bit crazy. But some of it I really love. And
It sounded great.
thanks.
You made all that this past June?
Yeah, this past June.
Because you released a bunch of albums in the last like month or like there's stuff in August, September, October. Is all that from like April and June?
Those are April and June, yeah. And then I wrote a bunch of songs in Thailand, but at that time I wasn't like, I think because I traveled for so long, I was really missing recording and producing and putting stuff out. So I was like, okay, I need to. But at the beginning I was like, we can be away from what we love for a little bit, you know, like build that desire again.
Yeah.
So right now I'm like been working on the ones I wrote kind of at the first part of my trip, mixing those and making them a little bit more clean. But
And you
yeah.
do all your own production and recording and mixing and everything?
Right now, for these projects of the travel stuff, I feel like that's what feels the most authentic. It's because like I was out there alone. I can hear the vision, and I want to like treat these guys like you would a solo traveling journey, you know. But I think for like I just recorded stuff before I left too with a band in like a studio, in King Size. I don't know if you know King Size.
The studio?
Yeah.
Kings. Where's that at?
It was in like, I think it's Garfield Park or something,
King
but now it
Size.
moved.
I don't know. I don't think so. King Size.
It's cool. I think they did a bunch of Wilco records there.
Oh.
Yeah, but
King Size.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I always thought Wilco did their records at their loft up in Irving Park.
well, maybe
Maybe they did both.
other ones, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe they tracked. Yeah, who knows? That's
Yeah.
cool though. Okay.
But yeah, so I have to finish. I definitely want to do more collaborative stuff too, coming up. Like being back in Chicago is like collaborative city, but like
Yeah.
it's kind of like this continuation of the end of my trip. I'm like working on these guys by myself. It's very fun.
Yeah, that's cool. And you'll be playing some of these songs in 2 weeks
Only
or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
at,
only the songs from the trip.
Really?
And I kind of like to always
Do you
only
tell
play.
that story when you're up on stage?
Oh yeah, I love telling stories on the mic. Like people who know me are like, she gon' yap. She gon' yap.
I can see you being really fun on stage because
Thank
you're
you.
hilarious.
Thank
you. Have this energy.
Aw.
So I could see that. That's part of the sauce for playing live, making the crowd laugh, and then you make them cry with the beautiful song, and then they laugh in between. You know?
Totally. I like to keep it like jarring. You know?
Yeah. So who else are you playing with for that show?
Jenny Scara for that one, and then we went back and forth with the Shubas people for like 30 days. I'm like just in the BCC or whatever, so I'm not. I thought that was an AirPod. I was like, damn, that's gonna be dirty. But yeah, I forgot the opener, but I'll let you know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. November 2nd. Go to it, everyone. Sunday, November 2nd. Shubas.
Shubas. I love that place, man.
Shubas is, what would that be? Southport and Belmont, right?
You know your grid, boy.
1400 West, 3200 North. There you go.
And how about you? Are you working on any production projects right now?
Yeah. Later today, I have an artist coming over to go over the final notes on an album we've been working on. I'm mixing another album with this awesome Chicago band, Bora Bora. They tracked it in LA at the same studio that Devendra Banhart worked at. I don't know. Sounds great. That one, I'm working on my own for my band that I'm in, Neighbors You Know. We're going to work on that this fall and try to have it out in the spring. And then that's for the albums I'm working on. And then sessions, like a lot of live video sessions. Some from Avron Farm Festival. Have you heard of that in Wisconsin? You would love it. You should play it. I'll hook you up. I'll
Nice.
tell you who to
Cool.
reach out to.
Tell me.
You'll like it.
I like the
Avron
farm.
Party in, it's near like Baraboo, Wisconsin, near the Devil's Lake.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Devil's
yeah.
Lake's cool.
Beautiful area. The geology up there is remarkable. The driftless area, it's where the glaciers didn't make it to. They ended before it. So it didn't like flatten everything and make it smooth. And some of the rocks, the bluffs, the mountains there are some of the oldest in the world. Like older than the rock. Himalayas are actually pretty young. But like as old as the Appalachians, which are really old. And it's just beautiful area. But anyway, it's a farm. It's a private farm. There was 14 bands. We got hit with the worst storms I've ever been in, but we camped there all weekend, recorded and filmed 2 videos per artist. The musicians were amazing. The food was great. It's a regenerative farm, so you pay like $17 per meal, but they make hundreds of people food for every breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's like a tent mess hall, and you wait in between bands, and you get your food, and it's all homemade from the pigs to the chickens to the vegetables, all from that farm.
Beautiful.
No herbicide, glyphosate, none of that.
Beautiful.
Amazing food. And then you camp everywhere. Art sculptures in the yard everywhere. It's like 275 acres of private land on this big bluff looking at the lake. It's not Devil's Lake. What lake was that? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But it was really cool. People should check it out. So I'm working on those videos. And then the river swim. Do you know about the river swim that would happen on the Belmont Pylon area? It happened for the last 3 years. Happened all summer.
It's the one in the Chicago River?
Mm-hmm.
I actually do know about it. I worked at the Chicago Bridge House Museum for like a bit.
Okay.
Which, like, giving tours about the history of the Chicago River. And, like, our organization would, like, be part of, like, the swimming thing. It was super... Our whole thing was, like, telling people that the Chicago River is clean.
Yeah, I mean, they just did
It
the river
is
swim.
clean.
The
Yeah,
river
it's
swim.
so cool.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
worked that, yeah.
Super cool.
I had to find the national anthem singer, the DJs,
Oh
the
my
bands, the
God.
sound people, the sound equipment, all of that. It was fun. That was
So
wild.
cool.
That one and the 5K marathon was so much work.
Oh my God, that's so cool that you're doing such like
The half marathon.
integral like Chicago events. Like
Yeah.
summer ones too are like the best.
Yeah, that the Navy Pier pre-party for the half marathon. It was a lot of fun. That's what those big old yellow posters are from. It was a lot of fun, but weird, different, corporate, and everyone is kind of like doesn't know what to do with some of those bands when they hear them on a
totally.
Lifetime Fitness stage inside of Navy Pier, But yeah, a lot of videos from the river swim or the secret river shows. I called this summer the summer of rivers. I spent 32 hours on that pylon filming bands this summer by myself in the heat. If I fall off, I fall into the river. And it's more nasty up there by Belmont. It's much cleaner downtown where they swam. It just is. That's just chemistry, baby. You're downriver, and the water's flowing that way, and it's taking all the oils and everything from all the cars and streets as it goes further away. A lot dirtier. Yeah, you'd get whiffs. You'd be sitting on your Belmont watching a band, and you'd get like these whiffs of smell. You'd be like, oh, like sewage and stuff. It was a lot of fun, though. I saw someone fall in. That was hilarious. They're fine. They just fell in and weren't strong enough to not let... Like, they could have... If they were strong enough, they wouldn't have fallen in, but they couldn't hold themselves up, and they kind of gave up.
That's fun.
Work out your upper body, people. And what else? Yeah, it's 45 videos I'm working on right now, which is absurd.
Damn.
Yeah, so 45 videos.
Oh, you got a good winter coming ahead for you, just...
I know. Well, I should have most of them done by November, but then I have 8 more coming up from this show, because every show we do, we film 2 per band. So yeah, like if you played, you'd get 2 videos.
Wow.
Yeah, so just a lot, and some other ones coming up. I'm filming this awesome band, my friend from Moldova, at the Old Town School of Folk Music, November 5th. So yeah, just busy, and then podcast.
So cool.
And teaching and all this. It's all
so cool. Very
interconnected.
rich. I feel like that like quenches every kind of thirst. You know, the logical, the artistic.
Yeah, the planning,
the social, the like isolating.
all the
very
random
balanced,
free stuff that you get at corporate gigs when they're just like,
True.
Did you ever have NeuroGum?
What the heck is that?
Be careful, people, with NeuroGum.
What is that?
They're not a sponsor. I don't know them. It's this kind of gum that's nootropic, and it has thiamine and B12 and B6, all these things that are known, like what you find in Red Bulls and 5-hour energy shots. But it's a gum, and you chew on it, and it's known for stimulating your mind like a nootropic, but it is so powerful and so addictive. You're only supposed to have like 6 to 8 pieces in a day, and I had 12 each day at Navy Pier because they were giving them out for free. I kept eating them, and
I feel like they shouldn't be giving that out.
they gave a lot out for free.
What happened to giving out like croissants. Oh, that's
A
crazy.
croissants
That's crazy.
at a half marathon. Like everyone was super
Oh.
healthy. It was the most healthy.
Oh.
10,000, I think 15,000 people came.
Dude, the marathon people scare me. Marathon
It
people
was
scare me.
so healthy. Well, these were the half marathons, so they weren't
Oh.
as freaky.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
So they like
rail thin
Yeah.
as the marathon runners. They were more just like healthy athletes, doing
okay.
13 miles.
Yeah.
But
Still crazy.
it was the first, not to sound mean or rude, but it was the first time in a long time that I saw, since I went to Paris, that I saw hundreds or thousands of people and everyone looked like healthy. You know, I didn't see obesity there. I saw like one woman's husband or something. Like 1 in 500 people you'd see like, oh, okay.
One Jerry.
Yeah, one Bob, Tom.
Tom's gonna eat what he wants to eat, and he's gonna sit down when he wants to sit down. Yeah, that's fine.
It's weird when you're around like tons of athletes, and we're like, looking like us, and the artists, and musicians, the producers, and I'm like, man, everyone here is so healthy. So they were just handing out healthy stuff. It was all healthy stuff.
Like, here's some kale.
But it was kind of gross. I wish it was kale. It was all like the modern
process kind of.
Yeah, like have our new nutrition bar, and you look at it and you're like, what is all this stuff? And you eat it and you're
Yeah.
like, this is gross. And have our new like health.
It's made of
cold
cow
brew.
manure. It's so healthy.
I wish it was just cow manure, just the nitrogen, please. It was disgusting. Like these coffees, these cold brews they would make, and you taste them like, why does this taste like protein? Because it was a protein like shake cold brew, and it wasn't like that.
Scary. Yeah.
You finished it?
Yeah, that was great.
You want more?
Fine. That was good.
Yeah, I don't know. Those events are fun. They pay well. You have a lot of rules. You know
Corporate's
exactly.
fun. Yeah, like a little bit of corporate, a little bit of DIY.
When the corporate's with your friends. I had all my friends with me, so that we had way too much
Cool.
fun. Like stupid fun. Taking a little bit of too much free stuff, hiding around Navy Pier, sneaking off places.
Totally. Yeah.
Once it started, it was on autopilot, and then you're just sitting around for 12 hours. Yeah, so long story short, busy on stuff. What are you working on right now? What's going on with you? You got back from India how long ago?
Yeah, like almost 2 months.
2 months, so back in August.
Yep, the end of August. Yeah.
And working on music.
Yeah, working on music. I've been doing freelance portrait jobs. I've been doing like caricatures and portraits. And yeah, applying to other jobs. I feel like my whole journey was very spiritual and very intuitive. And I think I was kind of, called back to the US. And I'm trying to figure out, why and like what that deeper purpose is or meaning. But yeah, I've been meditating for like a year now every day, so I feel like
Started there?
Yeah, I did like a Vipassana, which is like a 7-day meditation in silence, like in the mountains.
You did that?
With Buddhist monks, yeah. I'm really into Buddhism now too, and Hinduism. I guess I've been to Buddhism for like a while. Yeah, probably more.
Can you tell us more about what that was like? I've never met someone that did that.
Oh wow, cool. Yeah, so a Vipassana is like traditionally a 10-day silent meditation experience where you go and you kind of don't have anything. You don't have any of your normal stuff, your phone. You don't bring anything in. And you have to wear all white usually. And you kind of eat and meditate and sleep and meditate the whole day. And it's guided by these Buddhist monks. In Thailand, it's Theravada Buddhism. So it's like this different sect of Buddhism that's very different than the kind in India or in Tibet, which I was also in this like region in the north of India doing Tibetan Buddhist meditation every day as well. So I really kind of saw the difference. But yeah,
Is that what they call it there, even though it's like India, Nepal, China? They still call the old region of Tibet, like they call it that still? Tibet?
Well, it's...
Because on a map, like, that's not a country anymore?
Yeah, the map is kind of, it's political as hell. But
Right.
I'd say, like, the region in the north of India where there's a lot of the Tibetan people fled from China.
Mm-hmm.
They're now in this northern state of the north of Himachal Pradesh and Ladakh, which are, like, two of the most northern tips of India.
Mm-hmm.
And those have such an extreme, influence from Tibetan culture now. So even though it's not technically the Tibetan Plateau, but it is in the Himalayas on the way to the Tibetan Plateau. But I did also go past the Himalayas, like to that. But yeah, so they have a different kind of Buddhism, and it's all so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and I learned a lot. I was like studying it while painting, studying it while being on buses and trains, and had a lot of time to talk about it. I actually like volunteered teaching Buddhist monks English in where the Dalai Lama lives. I got to see the Dalai Lama. That was cool.
Whoa.
Speak, yeah.
Did you meet the Dalai Lama or just
was in the
vicinity?
same room and watched him speak. Yeah.
Wow, that's
it was
wild.
Cool. But I got to teach them English just from conversation. So I got to hear about their lives and like hear about how they meditate, how they live, and I found that the Buddhist monks in India and they're really chill. Like much, I think in Thailand and Vietnam and stuff, like it's a little bit more rigid, in just kind of like the intensity of it. But everyone in all these Buddhist monks, they're so happy and light and fun. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I feel like that holds a lot of truth. Like that, even though, we've got so much intense stuff going on, even though we have all these things to be angry and complain about, like just to see life for what it is and be centered and grounded and aware of every little thing in a light way. I don't know, it's very inspiring and beautiful, and I feel like worth our attention sometimes,
What what does it consist of? Like what you studied and practiced in India and Tibet? What are some of like the premises or points? Like what is the goal? Mm-hmm. What is the process? Can you describe some of that? Maybe go in more detail.
Totally. Yeah, I'd say in Buddhism, they don't call it a religion. It's more of a philosophy. So a lot of it is, and Buddha himself would say that all people are Buddha, can be Buddha. And it's just being like someone who is enlightened. And basically anybody can achieve that. It's not like, oh, this holy is a pro, It's like all of us can access that. And from kind of going inwards, from being still, from watching your breath, go up and down. Not trying to control it, watching it go up and down.
So inward focus.
Yeah, inward focus. And a real integral part of Tibetan Buddhism is sending compassion to all sentient beings in the world. So anything that has, feeling or life, sending love and compassion to it, which sounds so silly or maybe even unnecessary, or why would you concern yourself with that? Mm-hmm. But it's kind of profound if you think about where are our minds every day? What are we always thinking about and trying to do and trying to get ahead of each other and trying to like greed and all these things that we don't realize are going through us. But yeah, so Tibetan Buddhism, before you even start meditating, it's all right, this meditation is dedicated to sending compassion to every single sentient being in this world. And that is why you're meditating. And so you're focusing on calming your inner nervous system, basically, and being one with it, being centered in that, so you can kind of connect to things that are greater than you. This is a white girl explaining all this, so I think take it with a grain of salt. But
anyone could explain it if you are translating what was given to you.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Doesn't matter who explains it. And it sounds very similar to the whole point and the drive or motivation behind like prayer, at least in the non-denominational Christianity, Protestant world I came from. What you're describing is very similar stuff. It was never about you. You're praying for things you don't know, someone down the road, and
That's
please
beautiful.
pray for
Yeah.
the people that are about to get hit with that tsunami over in Japan because of the earthquake over by, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
grew up like doing. It was never about you. The most would be like, just please give me like strength. That's about it. But it was always
Yeah.
like, pray for this person. Everyone else. And at the very end, you might be like, and, please give us strength to keep doing this, And it is much more healthy for your brain. Like it's putting out positive energy, positive vibes, whatever you want to call it. But to do that really does, it kind of cleanses yourself, helps you to not worry or stress about you become selfless. And in pushing yourself outward to other people, you start to find yourself from within, because it's that force has to come from somewhere. So it seems like it comes from you, and it is healthy. And I don't know all the history of it, and I don't know all the philosophical or religious things about it, but it does feel good. And I'm not that religious, but I do like that part of what I've learned from things like I hear from Buddhists or people who are truly like good Christians. It's not a front, and they do want to be poor and go into heaven with nothing. Like they don't want earthly possessions.
Yeah.
I don't,
But that, yeah.
and I think that's a good way to go. But
I think
anyway, keep
that's
going.
that's also something that's a little bit different with Buddhism, though. It's like they're never trying to kind of convert anybody. They're never trying to preach to anyone. It's so I don't know. It's just so different.
Like it has to come to you.
You have to, you kind of have to pursue it and keep asking and keep on knocking on the door and
The opposite of a Jehovah's Witness.
totally.
Because they really love knocking on your door. Have you heard the good news
so
today?
Funny. That is so funny and so true. So true. But oh my God, that's really funny. Yeah, the opposite of Jehovah's Witness is Buddhism.
It is.
But it's really beautiful stuff. And I feel like coming back to the U.S., my transition was much easier because I kind of had like really practiced a lot of stuff internally of like change and just being present and conscious of the mind and your breath. Once you become conscious of your breath, every little thing is so clear to you. Like, yeah, I actually have a friend who's in Chicago who's like coming back from one this weekend. He's just doing it like in Wisconsin or something, like a Vipassana. It's not like you have to be in the Himalayas to do it. You can do it anywhere. And this stuff is super accessible and like, I don't know.
There are some
it's cool
temples
to
around
explore.
Chicago too.
Yeah, really close by in Bridgeport, there is a Tibetan Buddhist. I drove by and I was like, oh my God, that's Om Mani Padme Om, which is like the mantra of Tibetan Buddhism. It's like really close to you. I'd totally
you could lead the way.
I'd mansplain some stuff if you want. Yeah.
Me?
No, I could.
Oh
to
yeah.
you.
Yeah, do it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You mansplain it to me. You'll tell them too. You walk in and be like, this is how we're gonna do it.
Hey guys,
I just got back from the Himalayas.
Can we all zip it? Yeah.
I know what's up.
No,
Dolly,
I would never
song.
do that. No.
No, that one's cool. I've seen that one. There's a really cool one out in Lamont. A really nice one out.
Nice.
Like I think it's known for, like it's huge. Like Kingery Highway by I-55 now, like way out southwest.
Are you talking about the Hindu temple?
It could.
It's
Is
called
it
like
Hindu? You might be right. It could be Hindu.
I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but there's a giant
Is it like
temple
in a
out
forest
west.
kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a Hindu one.
Yeah. Oh my God,
I
I've
thought
been
it
there.
was
It's
Buddhist. Maybe there's
crazy.
another one. Maybe I got
No,
confused.
Illinois is surprising me with like, yeah.
The Mahai
our
temple,
hippies and our
the one up in Wilmette, that temple's awesome.
The Baha'i thing?
Yeah, the Baha'i.
Yeah.
I said Mahai, the Baha'i one.
I was like, is that a drink? Yeah, because now I want that drink now.
no, that one is really cool.
Yeah, I haven't been to
Beautiful.
the Baha'i temple.
Oh, you
But
should check it out.
Okay, cool.
I want to film a live video session there, but I heard you can't film inside.
Oh.
And I was like, but what if we film like a band
Outside.
from that culture or whatever? What if we kept it like true to
That's
tradition?
such a good idea.
It sounds so beautiful. It's a
Wow.
beautiful cathedral. So that what were some? So you meditated all day. You're in the Himalayas,
Yeah.
the birthplace of these types of things. What? How many hours? Talking like literally like 16, 18 hours.
No, it's you have breaks to like have lectures. Honestly, I'm not the numbers person.
But
I
a
have
long
no
time.
idea. Yeah, a lot of meditating.
What does the thing happen to you that I hear about a lot from people who meditate, where it starts to
Yeah, you start
start
flying.
psychedelic? type of
no.
things?
I actually, when I was 18, I did a silent meditation thing actually in Urbana. I was sick of like the culture, and I was like, I'm gonna, I found this thing that was like meditating in silence for 4 days, and I felt like I really did have a crazy psychedelic-ish experience with that one. But for this one, I recently had like a breakup with this, fling, like this love I had in the north of Thailand, where it was just picturesque riding scooters to sunsets and just writing songs and eating amazing food. And like, it was just such a beautiful thing. So I think I kind of went to this monastery after that was ending. So I think I really had stuff in this brain that I needed to flush out. So I don't know. It was harder to get to that like psychedelic piece. I was more just like, get out of my mind. But
Did that help?
that'd still be, for sure.
So
for sure.
maybe you had a lot of things to clean out, and the psychedelic stuff maybe is underneath that.
Totally.
You had to get
It's for
rid
my
of
next
some of
one.
the baggage, and then you can go to the next.
Totally.
That would be wild.
Totally.
Have you've tried, or have you done any psychedelics of any kind? You don't have to say if you don't want
I'm
to.
not going to say.
You don't
yeah.
have to. I'll say it. I have. Woo! Can't prove it. I'm just saying it. Doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah. It's not true.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I have no problem talking about it. Because it's like, well, if I get in who am I going to get in trouble by, first of all, because you can't prove anything? And even if I did, I'd be like, I'm a artist who is a professor who teaches in the arts. Like, what do you expect me to be doing?
Totally. It's like
this is literally what
Ram
we
Dass,
do. We've been doing this since 1965. Professors that work in the arts or who think a lot and do a lot have been doing psychedelics the entire time. That's where it came from. That's why we know so much, because they came up with it and they were doing it a lot.
Wow.
And I don't understand why there's so much. Like, we can go get alcohol right now. Want to go drink
Totally.
some bourbon and die tonight? Because we could.
No, totally.
Or
yeah.
go get some over-the-counter pills and die, or prescription pills
Totally.
and die. Let's go get some benzos. Let's die.
Totally.
But you say psilocybin.
Or that
everyone's
random
like,
gum
whoa.
that you got.
Oh, yeah,
at that
neurogum. Go OD
Yeah.
on some neurogum. Go sniff some gasoline. The things we can do that are so dangerous for us. But you say MDMA, psilocybin,
Totally.
LSD, and people like...
No, yeah. I think, our society's super backwards and weird. But in another way, like, we don't have, like, no, I can't even say this. I was about to say we don't have a king that's telling us all what to do, and we can't, have any freedom. Like, we still have, some freedom to, like, talk about stuff and not have, like, the FBI jump in here. But
we have enough freedom. The freedom ends when what you're saying actually has a lot of weight to it.
Yeah.
Not merit, but weight. Like, we could talk all day about what we want, but if we really were to be like, but what if I want to talk about, I'm not going to really say it because I don't want to say it, but say something nasty or like really illegal, like real crazy stuff. Then they might actually listen and show up.
yeah.
But then like the other 99.9% of stuff you
They
say,
would be
they
like,
could care less.
yeah.
You could talk about the craziest, weirdest stuff. You could talk about how you love the way heroin feels. You love, it could be really weird stuff,
Yeah.
kind of illegal things. But until it gets to like you're planning out heinous stuff, you kind of have freedom to do whatever you want up until like the worst. And
No,
even
so
then, they don't
true.
catch it all.
And
So
honestly, even if you put any of that super legal stuff into poetry, into songs, you can like kind of weirdly play it on the radio.
oh
like
yeah,
I
all
feel like
the
that's a
time.
totally different bar too. It's like
Hide it in songs.
yeah, it'd be like that was a metaphor,
Yeah. So you didn't start like having a psychedelic experience this past time, but you have experienced that before
with
with
meditation.
meditation. Yeah.
I think I think you're so right. I think it's really psychedelic. Like, when you're in school or like class or whatever and people are telling you to do something right and like it's never right. But I think there's this place we can access in ourselves of like breathing and like everything is correct. You don't check, am I doing it right? Am I doing it? If you can for a long period of time know that you're probably doing it right because you know how to breathe. Like there's this kind of peace and connectedness that needs no substance that can get you, I don't know, in just a beautiful place.
Like each moment as they connect to the next one, you feel no external pressures and no internal pressures. for
Exactly.
like those moments until you get out of it.
Exactly.
But it could be 10 seconds, but it's like nothing. But
Exactly.
you're aware of what's going on, but it's like nothing.
Exactly. Now I feel like radical opinion incoming, but like I think true strength and true oneness can be like achieved totally sober and totally with all the equipment you're born with, because this world is magical and like has all the tools for us if we can, you know,
Dig through the mud to find those tools.
totally.
It does.
And like that's harder than buying something, or that's harder than, you know, doing crazy shit. I mean, like, not that I've not done crazy shit, and like I really did have an amazing adventure and like learn how to ride a motorcycle and shit and like go through.
What brought you this direction versus what a lot of people in our age in 2025 in Chicago, in America, go? A lot of people go that direction, like with everything. Like,
Yeah.
and why are you such a 180 from most people? I mean, I've never done what you've done, but as far as a lot of the ways that we look at something, think a little bit more aligned, but definitely it's not like most people.
Totally.
But
No, and
you
I'm
don't
not.
seem like
I'm
you're
not
consumed by
judging.
buying a bunch of superficial things, and you're covered in a bunch of superficial things, and you really want to go to the next Michelin star restaurant this Friday, and if you don't get in on time, you can't put it on tape. Like, you don't
Totally.
strike me as that at all, not even close. So how did that happen for you? How did you go? How did you zig when everyone else zagged?
I love that. I feel like, I don't know, like you were kind of getting at before, but I feel like there's a part of me that just always wants to rebel in a way of what everybody else is doing. Like go where I'm not supposed to go, do what people don't think I can do, and like in everything. But then, yeah, I feel like that kind of applies to joy, euphoria, pleasure, passion, peace, freedom. Like the freedom is inside of us all the time, and the peace is inside of us all the time. And I feel like that's kind of radical. And I'm definitely like super privileged to say that I can, access that, and like the context is right, to make that available for me to study all these different kind of like cultures and things. But I don't know. I think it happened really naturally too. Like while I was traveling alone, like when you're traveling alone in a totally different country across the world, you don't want to be doing things that are going to influence your clarity of mind. Like I don't want to put myself in dangerous positions that are stupid. I want to put myself in dangerous positions that are thrilling and fun and make me feel alive, and like, and I'm knowing that I'm deciding it. But like, there's things like drinking and stuff, or like I realized like that actually wasn't what I really want to do. That's not actually what really, like I'm already extroverted, already like comfortable anywhere at any time. So like I found, myself kind of leaning towards hanging out with people who really also liked meditating, who also liked playing instruments and writing poetry and like being connected to nature and like get high off of just being in nature. Like that kind of peace and like connectedness, that going into a forest and hearing those sounds and being present with that like feels colossal. And I was like, oh, every day that would pass, I'd be like, less and less part of me wanted to like be in a bar, be like, yeah, it sounds so ew, I hate how this sounds, but like taking in a toxic, thing. Like I hate how it sounds so like telling people they can't do shit. Like I really think everybody should do whatever they want and like be comfortable and like enjoy themselves, and life is temporary and like live it up. But I guess for me, it is kind of a 180. Not that I was like drinking a lot ever, but I don't know. I think it's like we're all experimenting with who we are and how we behave and what we do. And like, this could just be a phase of my life. But I'm also kind of like, this could be for forever, like just being a little bit more analog, a little bit more acoustic,
Yeah, grounded. As a matter of fact, this is the world we live in. We have to do what we can with it. Yeah, people should do whatever they want to a certain extent. I think we've gotten carried away with that, and that's why we're in the quagmire we are now. People have taken that and ran with it.
I just don't like when people preach, and
Oh.
like tell each other what to do. Like
No,
that's not what I'm trying to do.
That's the worst. But you also don't want the inverse of that, which is like this nihilistic, doesn't matter anyway.
Everyone go destroy yourself. Yeah.
Throw your McDonald's bag outside, eat McDonald's, and then throw it outside the window while you're driving like an SUV that gets 8 miles to the gallon.
America.
Yeah,
America.
and you're blasting music, giving money to a big company doesn't need it. Like the list goes on of obnoxious things that we do. I think we can all dial it back and do a better job of it. I think we could do whatever we want within some confines of safety for other people and like the energy and where it goes, such as toxins, lead, gas, forever chemicals, microplastics. Like I could do whatever I want, but should I be just constantly drinking the plastic and throwing it out there in my neighbor's backyard? I'm doing whatever I want, right?
No.
You can't tell me what to do. It's like there's something more to it than that. It's like what we're saying by do whatever you want is think and feel and say whatever you want. We don't mean physically go do stuff that destroys other people's lives.
Yeah.
It's not what it means to be free. It means you have your mind. You have the freedom of thought, belief, conversation, talking, if you want to go somewhere. But it doesn't mean like litter and destroy stuff and buy these terrible clothes and just keep throwing them out and you don't recycle things. And I don't mean like garbage. I mean like physically recycle. Like this table's from 1955 and I still use it. Like things can last a long time. And I'll have these things forever, this copper. But some people are wasteful. And because they just want the new thing, because they get to do whatever they want.
Totally.
This, whatever I want, I want.
Yeah.
And again, it's not like I'm trying to make people communists and everyone has to have the same thing. But within reason, be aware of what these things are.
Totally. Yeah.
Do you need Amazon to deliver a package to you every day?
Tomorrow? Yeah. No.
Do you know what that does to the world when you do
Yeah.
that? If you want to stop complaining about the people that have too much money, then stop giving it to them. Like, stop, And by doing whatever you want, we keep giving these people our money because we want to do whatever we want. And they gave us an illusion that we are free and get to do whatever we want while we are spending 80% of the money we make just to survive for them to be billionaires. It's not wise.
Totally.
So, yeah, it's a balance. People, I think it's good to have restrictions, not like government restrictions or like belief, but restrictions in the fact that you shouldn't be able to go do whatever you want. You might have to have a job to make some money. Like, how do the monks pay for their property and their buildings? Like, do they have jobs? Like, the people that were meditating that you stayed with, how was all that land and everything taken care of? Was it government? Is there certain funding for it? Do other people who really appreciate that like donate to it? Like, how do they pay for it all?
Yeah, that's great questions. I'll say what I think I know, but I'm not really sure. But I think there is a budget in these countries for religious, spiritual kind of institutions, and they're run a really specific way. So monks don't own any property. Their whole thing is like relinquishing material possessions and desires.
I need to be a monk.
No, yeah, and you can be. And
I always say I am one, but I need to be a real one. I always joke,
But thing aside, I think like being an artist, being somebody who makes stuff, you're the closest you can get to a flow, a peace, a oneness with the earth because you're making stuff. That's what the earth is. And I think like that is totally aligned with, which is the beautiful parts of life, just like a monk is doing in engaging in something really real and kind of invisible. But anyway, I think, so with monks, they don't have any possessions. They live in either the cities in a monastery in like a temple, or they live in the woods in a forest monastery. There's kind of like two ways that they do that. And people who do these Vipassana courses are kind of only in select monasteries, but they invite people. This is like a core element of Buddhism, is like inviting people to try it out. see what it takes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But you really cannot bring anything. You can't be like, oh, but my like Kindle, but it's like you have to be like a monk. And
I love that.
yeah,
I
but
love that.
but so the monks live like that every day, every year of their lives, and have these different levels that they reach, and like through different activities, behaviors, parts of their, chanting. Yeah, there's so much to it, in
I'm
each
sure.
different sect, but it's really not about, they don't own any possessions. It's kind of simple.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
sound like what Jesus was. Or what we
Yeah.
think, like what we put on him, what he's supposed to represent. It is
Yeah, I
about
think a
no
lot of
earthly
that's
possessions.
connected. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's something to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels impossible, but I really do want to leave this world with nothing. I almost want to I hope I'm like 85 or 95. We'll call it 105.
Oh yes.
And I'm just like selling my last thing at my alive my alive estate sale. You have to have them when you're dead. I'm like, no, I'm gonna have it ahead of time.
I love that. Like, see how hard it is for you to let go of like your most sacred possessions. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's not as hard as people think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I probably have bought and sold and gone through all the gear you see in this basement like 5 times. Like I don't have any of the stuff I used to have.
Wow.
It's some of the most important things to me I've had to buy and then sell a new one. The amount of PA systems and speakers I bought and sold, it's probably 40. Like it's absurd. Mixers.
cool.
Yeah, that's my.
Well, you're practicing, like owning, letting go.
Well, it's also
that's a
so I
beautiful
can
thing.
get by. Because my goal
Yeah.
is to exist doing what I've been doing. On a Wednesday afternoon, we're here and we're not in office. I'm not swinging a hammer. Like, to be able to do this forever, longevity. If I have to sell a guitar, which I have sold so many, then I still have enough. I only need one. So if I have 10 and I have to sell 9 so I can keep doing this and it gets me through bills and taxes and everything, then so be it.
I feel like
I want to keep doing
some
this.
of you gear people, like, not, I don't know if you're really a gear
You gear people.
No, but like, I'm so inspired. Like, I really am. I look up to the ability to like fall in love with something that you really want.
Yeah.
Take the risk of buying it.
Yeah.
Use it. Treat it like a queen, and then let it go. Like that
Yeah.
is so
I do it all
scary
the
to
time.
me. I can't do that. I can't do that. If I buy something, that thing is my precious. I love you. I will treat you so well, and I will never let you go. And like, man, I gotta do more work, being able to let go. But everything is just whew. And like I learned to sew my clothes, make them more however I want them to be.
Sew this hole for me? Got this hole
Oh, you
right
also
here.
got one there.
Do I really? That's new. Can you fix that? I didn't know I had a hole
Yeah,
here
for
too.
sure. Yeah, no, I
All
love
my
sewing.
clothes get holes in them.
That's a good thing. It means to really wear them,
Yeah, I do too many things I shouldn't be doing with more nice shirts, And I'm like, why do I
No, I
do
feel
this
you.
stuff
Yeah.
still?
I've got a lot of butthole, holes in them. Yeah, everywhere.
You got buttholes, but in different places.
Yeah.
I got a butthole here. I can't believe. I thought I only. Oh my god! Do I have one here too?
But when you like mend something, I love it so much more. I'm like, oh, it's so special. And like, I feel like that's the thing with the fast fashion. It's like, you could just throw this out and that out. But if you like sew it back together, it's your friend.
Yeah, make it.
It's so hard for me to, but like traveling for so long and having just one backpack, like I didn't have a lot of possessions, but each one I knew where it was. I knew who it was. I knew when I wanted to use it,
Probably had more meaning to you.
Yes, so much
know?
meaning. It's crazy to be back and have all my stuff back. It's like
Sometimes
very
it's exhausting,
crazy.
right? You're like,
Totally.
so much stuff. I had a nightmare that all my stuff got stolen.
You were
I've
happy?
never. Well, I woke up terrified
Okay.
because I was more worried about the art. Like my artwork was taken, not just the gear. I was like, I could replace
Dude,
that.
that
but
really shows you what
it was
what
the
you care
artwork.
about. That's
It's the
beautiful.
only thing I want because they're all one of one. They are all custom. Either it was made as a gift, given to me as a gift, or it was made for something that I came up with my friends in my backyard in a fort, and now a lot of people on this planet know about it. So like that's pretty personal, and you one of one. There's nothing like it. So it means way more to me to have those things, the little trinkets and the cool custom big sheet artwork, than it is to be like, oh, I have 7 guitars. I only play one. Like I have a bunch of effects pedals, but I used to have 30, and now I only have 12. I've been selling it because I'm like, I don't need so many
You're
effects pedals.
practicing that, like
You know?
that's a
don't
Beautiful
like
thing to
it.
practice, yeah.
I don't like having a lot of stuff.
Beautiful.
I want less and less. I just want some
Beautiful.
artwork, enough clothes,
Some homies.
some homies to home with, and enough of the equipment that I want to do the task. But if I have to keep exchanging and some, like, not to be married to anything. I don't want to be married to ideas or physical possessions.
Man, I wish I could be able to like I think those go hand in hand though, to be able to buy something and to be able to let it go. Like I won't do either of those things. Like I will only come up around things by chance and then lose it by chance. Like
Yeah.
I won't buy or sell anything. So like I've been using like my phone mic or the computer mic or in like my string headphones to record stuff and mix with because I will not spend money on something that isn't just there, you know. And like I have access to stuff, but I just like don't do it. Like I don't know what the fuck psychologically that means.
Not
but
even a microphone.
no,
Oh. So you don't have any microphones at home? Nothing?
I did. My dad got one for my birthday, I think, a while ago, but I haven't used it because I just love this like mic right there.
And that stuff's gotten higher quality, too. Like, that stuff is not like it was 10, 15 years ago. The cell phone recordings, you can do a lot with
Yeah,
them.
it's not too bad, you know.
Not that bad.
It's not no frills.
The higher
you
pitch
know?
your voice goes, the more you're lying. You got so high, I couldn't hear you. You went to like 28,000 hertz.
I'm just
I
singing
just couldn't
stuff.
even
I'm
hear
singing
it.
things.
You would have
you know?
been communicating with like birds and dogs and dolphins.
Does that mean they're lying if they're speaking so high pitched?
No, it doesn't mean you're lying. That's one of my favorite things humans do when they kind of like iffy about something. Like, well,
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'll go to the mall with you.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, I'll pick you up from O'Hare. Sure.
Oh yeah, I'm on the south side and it's rush hour on a Friday. I can do that. Not a problem. You look at your Google Maps, it says 2.5 hours. You're like, yeah, I'll be right there. I'll be right there.
Oh my god.
You're fun to talk to.
You too.
Yeah.
This is lovely. I was just thinking that. I was like, I like doing bits.
Oh, I'm not even gonna tell you what time it is. Don't guess what time it is.
11:30. 12.
11:30.
Yeah.
You got here at 11:10. You think it's only? You have been meditating too long. You can't even keep track of time.
Yeah.
I bet you that happens, right?
Man.
When you meditate for a bit, I bet your time gets strange.
Totally.
Like stretched, distorted. An hour is a minute's an hour. All of that stuff.
Yeah. I think it's better when you don't time it. Because if you time it, then you're kind of like waiting. But if you don't time it, you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it goes as long as it needs to go. Because time, like, what even is time? You know? I don't know.
We could talk about that. What is time? It the passage of electrons creating entropy. I don't know.
I have a question
That's
for
my
you.
version of time.
How long do you think an album should be?
Depends. What are you trying to use it for?
I'm just.
Vinyl?
What do you think? Just in general.
So if there's not going on any medium, so this is a conversation you only would ever have in the last 5 to 10 years because we have computers or we have the internet. As long as you want it to be. I have no rules about anything. I don't understand when people are like, the movie's too long. What are you talking about? The movie, one battle after another. It's 2 hours and 42 minutes. You can go on Netflix and watch 3 episodes of a show that are longer than that are an hour and 1 minute long. But for some reason, that's okay. It's all about the perception that you have of it. That's okay because you have blockage and breaking up of something. You have credits and it starts over. It allows you to like recycle in your perception of time. But it's not any different. Just like doom scrolling for 4 hours is no different than just go watch a 4-hour movie. It's all the same amount of time, but it's how you perceive it and what you're looking at while doing it. By looking at it, I mean how you're gauging time and how you're focused on it. You're too worried about the time. So yeah, that's the beauty of a movie theater that we don't have as much anymore. You go in, I'm not worried about the time. I just want to make sure I get there on time. But after that, it's dark. There's nothing, no distractions, and I'm just glued in. And a 2 hour and 42 minute movie or 2 hours and 42 minute movie now feels an hour and 42 minutes because there's no track of time. There's no distraction. You don't have a light. You don't have stimuli that give you an idea of what is going on in time. And that's what a great record does. That's why I say, like, whatever you want it to be. There's amazing albums that are 22 minutes. There are amazing albums that are an hour and 22 minutes. The only time it matters is when you have a physical limitation. If you're working on older CDs, you got 80 minutes. you're working on vinyl, you really should keep it 40 minutes or under, 20 minutes per side, or you start degrading the quality too much. If it's cassette, I forget the length of them, but they have a finite amount of time on each side. But yeah, if it's just digital releases, I mean, I don't understand rules on art at all. Like, I don't get it.
Cool.
Like a movie should be as long as it needs to be, a short film.
I like that. It's like the artist should be as free as they need to be. But then when it comes to, the physical media, it's like kind of a fun limitation. You know, it's like only a limitation because of this. But
and you could do different versions. You like, this is my live one. My studio one has this, and my one on Bandcamp does that. And sometimes fans of art like that they bought your record and it has different kinds of songs on it from the Bandcamp one, and that one's different from Spotify, and that one's different from the cassette or the CD. They have different artwork you put in. The gatefold that you painted for your vinyl is different from what you would get somewhere else. Oh,
doing the art for the albums and doing the album itself is just all so much fun. I feel like so lucky to be in a world where art has like a book cover. It's so great.
If you put out an album, you could literally be your writer, composer, producer, engineer, and album artist. And then you book the show for the release, and now you're your own manager and booking agent. Like, you could do like all the jobs in one these days if you're creative enough and have enough drive.
Yeah,
which is
unemployed
amazing.
enough,
Unemployed enough. So are you mostly just getting by right now with commissions and selling art and stuff?
Yeah, but before I left, I was working full time for a bunch of years, but still, doing a lot of shows and like art jobs. But yeah, now being back, I am doing a lot of freelancey stuff, but kind of wanting the American dollar again full time. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't love me some freelance, but but all of the jobs I've done have been really meaningful, and like it's never me selling my soul. So like my mom does social work, and like my dad's a musician full time. So like I come from a family where it's like, don't cop out. Like do what you love and like do it. So it's like it's beautiful and inspiring and very scary because I'm like, it's all in front of me. I can do this. But I don't know. I guess I'm just like everyone else, like figuring it out and dropped back in the city and everybody's unemployed as fuck. And I'm like,
yeah, they are.
Yeah, where are the jobs though? But like,
it's pretty rough and expensive.
Yeah,
it's absurd. Yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do about it. I'm like, do I have to like get roommates again? It took 34 years to not have roommates. Like,
but you could have someone that's so to themselves,
Yeah, but I'm not so to myself. My roommates have to deal with all of this. They got to deal with the band.
You're a dream roommate, dude. The amount of like inspiration. I bet you inspire everyone you touch, Like, this is great. Okay.
Touch. I'm a man
the
with
students
a beard.
that you touch.
Stop.
The small children.
Hold on. If you couldn't admit to taking psychedelics, then you can't be talking like
I would never do that.
You're talking about touching people, but you're too afraid to talk about psychedelics.
The kids that you're touching.
Stop it.
You're going to edit that out?
I don't edit anything.
Yay!
So thanks a lot. No. I see what you're saying, and there is truth to it if their soul is willing to go down the creative path. If they're not, it's like the worst. It's like the opposite. It makes people jealous, envious, frustrated, confused.
Oh, I love when people work on things and then make things happen and produce them, and it's like it just gets my ball rolling, And I feel like I do the same.
But then, you would be a good roommate then, because you're like, oh, I want. That's cool. I don't have a studio I can go to, and I would offer, like, hey, when I'm not using it, feel free to like jam and like record. No one does it. You get more envy when you have musicians and artists coming out of your house every day, but they walk past your roommate who's chilling on the couch.
Chuck's just gonna sit there and he's just gonna like eat a salad, but yeah.
And not every roommate has been that way, and a lot of them really cool. But I can guarantee there's been a little bit of awkward envy and jealousy.
Yeah.
And I always tell them, like, don't be jealous. You get paid this Friday. I don't know when I'm getting paid, so don't be that jealous. Maybe it's a cool thing. Maybe this is a cool person. Maybe I got to do something cool.
Okay.
But I didn't make money doing it.
Think about this. So traveling, I was meeting people who were from all these different countries, who were, they figured out their niche, they figured out their business, they figured out their skills that were super alternative, and they were able to do it and travel like consistently. Like I saved up a bunch and then traveled so I could like slowly and even like meet net zero by bartering, by like, playing shows, by living really, really, really dirt cheap. I mean, dirt fucking cheap. Like really trading my cleanliness, safety, because I'm kind of a, whatever, person. But like I was really inspired by some people who they figured out, kind of healing things that they could do while traveling, or graphic-y design or digital-y stuff. And it was, but also people who did van life, like in Australia, or did van life across Asia, Europe, wherever it was, and like made their life sustainable in a van, did all their things they love to do every day. And I don't know, there were so many lifestyles I was able to study kind of from interacting with them that were so different than anybody I've ever met in Chicago. Everybody I've met, not that anything's better or worse, but just so different, and sometimes a little bit more aligned with my own kind of crazy, my own kind of artistry, like that it is a little bit nomadic in its nature, a little bit more experimental, adventurous in nature, and like people who were, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, kind of doing this very sustainable adventure lifestyle, where but they would, find peace in different parts of the world and stay there for a while, and then when it's time to go, almost like a bird or a monarch, just okay, time to go north, time to go south, time to go north. Like I'd never seen that in person so much. And after coming back, I'm like, okay, I should have asked a little bit more questions logistically, but I just wanted a vibe. I didn't want to stress anybody out.
These people just all over?
All over. Like literally person from every country.
Yeah.
Good at that.
Yeah, but that's what India would attract them. People like yourself. People like myself. Not, I know people that would never do that. They'd be like, ew, like, isn't it?
Totally.
Like, it just instantly like, okay, don't go. I'll enjoy it. You can stay here and live in this world as much as you need to.
Totally.
Yeah, so I think when you go to that place, you're going to find like-minded people, because it's already a journey to get to it. It does take, some forward thinking. You have to be comfortable with like what you're saying.
Yeah, I swam there too. Yeah.
You did what?
I swam there too. I was kidding.
Swam to India. Yeah, you took the route Christopher Columbus took, and you ended up in the Bahamas. It was weird.
No, but yeah, it's
swimming
a
to
lot
India
of
and you're
a lot
just
of
in the
work to get
Bahamas.
there. Yeah.
Oh God, Columbus.
Yeah. It was Columbus Day yesterday. No, 2 days ago.
3 days. 2 days. Today's
Wednesday.
2 days ago. Yeah, that's such a goofy holiday.
Yeah, I can't believe it's still a thing.
It wasn't. I think they brought it back.
They brought it back? Bro, bring your Roe v. fucking wait. What?
It's my favorite holiday, Roe v. Wade. Yeah, when that happened, I was so confused. I was like, what?
Dude.
What?
Dude.
What are we doing? What is going on here? I didn't understand. There's some things that some laws get put into place. You're like, that's smart. I'm glad they're doing that. And then some laws get taken away or put in place. You're like, what? Like, what? Like, how? Why? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
I don't
you.
get it.
Thank you to our ancestors who fought for good stuff. And man, may lightning strike the ones who fucking took them away.
Yeah, that is a really, really unhealthy backwards progression. Like, I don't even get it. I don't get it. I'm not a woman. I can't have babies out of my body, so I don't know why I would have any say in anything really outside of that.
No, everyone's opinion's valuable.
I mean, I can give you my opinion, but it shouldn't sway anything. Like, it's not me. I can't do what you have to do, what you can do or have to do, at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
periods.
Yeah, none of it. I don't want to have to say in any of it. Like, let the ladies decide that stuff. I don't know. What do I know about it?
Hell yeah, that's the right opinion.
I mean, I really don't know anything about it. I mean, I know about it and how it works. I just I don't know what it feels like. It doesn't affect me on that level. I don't have the health ramifications and drawbacks from these things. Yeah, so I don't know. We don't have to go down that heavy road. I don't agree with it. So
Yeah. No, I definitely don't think women should have any say in their reproductive health. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They should. We're kidding. They should.
Okay. Yeah.
But on a positive note, what was it like with the showers in India?
The showers.
How did you bathe? How did you shower? Like
Actually, yeah, bucket showers
bucket
most
shower.
of the time.
Cold water?
No, they had hot water. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you were in a place that was just like, I don't know, just take water out of the sink, and I didn't know like the situation.
Yeah. I would stay. Yeah, yeah. In some places it was like normal shower, like Western or whatever, this kind of shower. But yeah, most of the times I would be trying to pay like as little as I could so I could last for as long as I could. And so yeah, bucket showers. There was one time though, deep in the Himalayas, like way, way, way in there, super high elevation, and there was no hot water, so we had to do the thing where we like had it on the tea kettle and like poured it into the bucket and then mixed the like cold water and then bucket shower. But bucket shower is honestly like really relaxing because you either sit on a stool or you just stand and you like mix it, and then you only have it's kind of like a vinyl or cassette or whatever. It's like you have this limited amount of stuff, and it's like, let's make this count, let's use this wisely. And that's the type of stuff that makes you more in the moment, centered, instead of just mind wandering, thinking about how like you're insecure about something that doesn't matter. But instead you're like physically,
To survive, when you have to do things, to go make your meal, or go catch your meal, or kill your meal, whatever it is, grow your meal, whatever you have to do. The shower thing. I have 1 liter of water. I have to cover my whole surface area.
Yeah.
But it's not that. People get really weird about that or grossed out. And I'm like, first of all, you got to remember this is relative. Everyone's in the same boat. So you got to keep that in mind. So we're all like on the stink level train together. Like we're all at the same level. We also are here in India doing this. So clearly we're all comfortable with this. So it's like it's all relative. Here, obviously, people aren't doing that. So if they don't get their hot water at the right time, then people freak out. I enjoy cold shower as much as I can. A, to remind myself that like most people don't always have access to this. And B, it's really good for you. Man, it wakes you up. Man, it shocks you. It gets you going. It helps to burn fat. It's really healthy for you. And then it makes you appreciate the hot water. That's the final one. When you do get that hot water, you're like, this feels great. I love hot water so much.
Totally.
Yeah. So you were showering. Would it be like every few days or something? Like, how did that work?
Depending on where I was or what I was doing, like I would do a lot of walking around. Like when I first get somewhere, I don't want anyone to show me where I am. I just want to go walk for hours and hours and hours. So I'd be stinky, for sure. Stinky, sweaty, nasty. And sometimes I would shower every day. Sometimes it would be like
I'm good.
every 3 or 4, whatever. But mostly, every day, every 2 days.
I would be so stinky in that situation. Oh my God. I don't want to know. I can imagine. I could smell it in my brain what I would smell like.
Yeah, but you got deodorant, they have.
There goes the high-pitched voice again.
I'm like, wait, did I? No, but. And there really are cows everywhere, too. Like, it's super cool. They just, like, wander and they stop in the middle of the street and they're just kind of chilling and, like, messes up traffic. But everyone's kind of okay with it and everyone's nice to them. But there are cows
they don't eat them.
everywhere. No.
That's why they're everywhere, because they don't eat them.
And they're holy. Yeah, they're, like, super holy.
Is it illegal to kill a cow there?
No, because there's a lot of Muslims, actually, also in India. So they do that. But then the Hindus
They swapped. Like, we'll eat the pork. You guys eat the beef. Where's our fish? Where's our chicken?
No, yeah, there were actually like a few places that were purely vegetarian in India too, which was cool because I've been vegetarian for like a bunch of years.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
What is the history of their sacred cow and like not eating beef?
Yeah, there's for sure a whole story, and I forgot that.
I thought you were gonna be like, there's a whole story, and I would tell you.
Yeah, no,
don't got it.
Yeah, I could make something up right now, but no, I'm not gonna do that.
Totally fine. I'm sure it's easy to get I'm sure there's a TikTok video explaining
Explainer. So, the reason why. Do you want to know why the cow is?
3 reasons why Indians don't eat beef.
No, it's a.
All right,
really
wait. You gotta wait to the end
though.
to find out the last one. It's gonna blow your mind. The first one, because the cow is nice to them. You just like to say the dumbest things.
Yeah.
The second one,
white person
because
thought of,
psilocybin spores grow on their dung, and I don't know, I'm just making stuff up.
So possible. Yeah.
It is possible.
I
That does happen.
Yeah.
Things become sacred.
Do you know Soma? Have you heard the Strokes song Soma? Soma.
I know what a
is
soma
what-
is. Isn't it something by the dendrites in the neuron? It's like a part of your neuron, your synapses. It's a part of the synapse, the soma. I
don't
think.
know. That sounds right. Yeah. I
If
think
my
also
neurology strikes me back.
I think there was also like a theory that it was some sort of dairy mixed with some like psychedelic plant in
Oh.
ancient India.
Okay.
That was like, but the quality in the dairy so I think it's like related to cows.
Mm.
But this is like deep cut
I'm sure it's easy to find out.
theories. Yeah.
That's interesting.
But it's like a long term, like unanswered question, like what is Soma?
Hmm.
But yeah, ancient India is super cool. I feel like there's so many answers there, and like
It's an old place.
yeah. In Buddhism and Hinduism is so rich, but then Buddhism like really crossed over the whole Southeast Asian part of that continent. So it's cool how it spread, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like we really don't realize how Christian the U.S. is too. Like we don't have to talk about this at all, but like it's one of those things like you don't see the air you're breathing, but like you don't see like the Christianity that's infused everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the biggest fan of that, but
You mean like our money? How it says in God we trust?
oh my god, legit.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Unless you aren't average, height, weight, a man,
Totally.
have a lot of money, your parents pay for your college, you don't have debt, you had enough money to not have you buy your car, so your car payments aren't draining you, and you have low interest. Then it's for all.
That's what
And-
the dollar should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it all says. And then it's great. If you have those things taken care of, this is actually an amazing country.
Yeah.
It really is until you don't have those things. Then this country kind of eats you alive. You know? It's a weird system. Like if you're set up for this system, it's amazing. You will have the richest life of your life. Without even being that rich, you will just have a rich life. If you're not properly ready to go and set up for the capitalist, hybrid, Republican, Democratic, hybrid, little tinges of socialism, hybrid country, then you're going to eat eaten alive.
No, and I literally
a
cannot
weird
believe,
place.
like right now too, that like citizens are getting just kidnapped and sent. Like that is that getting kidnapped and put in a van is like something that we're always like, oh my god, talking about other countries. Like this is so bad, you know. And it's our government that's doing that to citizens. And like I worked a lot with the, you know, migrants coming from South America, and like we are a sanctuary state. Like we are a state that says we're gonna take care of those people and like help get them housing and just to seek asylum and be safe and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, just seeing that switch from our government that we're always bragging about is so, you know, accepting and so progressive and so free and all these things. And like we're literally doing the most foul. And I try not to talk about this too much because it's so dark. But
It's
like
dark.
I think it's great to be aware, you know, but it's really so traumatizing for everyone, and so in every way, and for those people, oh my gosh, yeah, no, I'm super privileged
Yeah.
to not be living in fear right now, but I guess, you know, my ancestors were at some point, you know?
Yeah.
So we're all connected. Yeah. It's kind of it's a bummer.
It's okay. We could end it up on a positive note.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll end it
What
on-
time is it? Yeah. How?
Oh yeah, I didn't even
didn't
tell
even
you. I
tell
told you to
me,
guess.
yeah.
It's 2:05.
Oh my gosh.
So it's been about 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
I told you.
That did not feel like
That's how I roll.
what?
Every guest goes like, I don't know. I can't. How long is it? I don't think I can talk. What can I talk? I'm like, trust me. If you got me at the table with you, we can go for 20. Like I will make it
That's
happen.
crazy.
The second it feels dull or someone doesn't know what to say, I will just bring up something. You're like shellfish? Like what's up with that? You know, like we could keep going. I don't understand how people can't find a way to talk for a long time. Just
Oh yeah.
keep bringing up. People are interesting. The world's complicated. You have a completely different life than I do. I don't know anything. I know you made
knew
some
a lot of
songs.
the geography. Yeah.
I knew that
Oh.
you make art, and I knew that you went to India. That's it. So everything else is novel and fun and exciting, and you could keep digging. we covered 1% of things you've done, like
So
not
true.
even, you know. So it's fun, but it goes by quick, especially when we're both like not looking at our phones and just.
That's so beautiful to like have the in-depth stuff too, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Like I really appreciate this and that you're doing that for local people who have so many interesting things to say. Like
Thank you. Yeah,
it's really
I mean
beautiful.
that's why I do it. I've been in this space for a while, recording and doing gigs and working with people, and you have the behind the scenes, and you've had it too. You have the behind the scenes, like the person on the airplane that's the drummer for the band. You know, you have these behind the scenes conversations. You're like, oh, this person's really interesting, or like that's a crazy story, and you hear it. But at the same time, you go on the internet and you keep hearing the lamest stories from all these people, and you're like, why don't we focus on these people? Why do we keep focusing on Kylie Jenner? Like, I don't understand why we keep focusing on her.
Totally.
Like, why don't we focus on Julia, who is a real artist who does travel the world, who's doing things from their heart and not because of a filter or some company that they own a stake in. And they
Sponsored by
want to get
Nike. Yeah.
sponsored by Nike.
No, thank you so much.
It's pronounced Nike. Get it right. All right.
No, but totally. I feel like I'm doom scrolling and shit, and then but I've been learning a lot about herbalism lately, and like for a few years, like I've been just like very into it, and like I'll learn something about like the indigenous way of like working with this tree, and like this tree is used for that, and like this is like a natural medicine for this random thing, and it's like every cell inside of me is like, oh my God, like the magic of nature. And instead, you know, there's just all this stuff out there that's dead and useless and so dead. But yeah,
You're
thank you for
anti it.
making this.
You're anti it.
I'm trying not to be less anti, but yeah, I got the rebel in me, you know, whatever.
Yeah, people, check out Julia Morrison, her
That's
music.
it. Yep.
That's what do you play it under? It wasn't just that; it had a name. It was
Oh yeah, that's just my Bandcamp like persona,
so
but
it is under
it's Julia
Julia.
Morrison. Yeah.
Okay, Julia Morrison. That's how they can find your artwork too.
Yes. Julia
And
Morrison.
hire for some commissions. Some great artists.
Thank you.
Amazing work. Super detailed and colorful and in depth and real, but not so real that you're like, oh, this looks kind of like fake. It's so real. I don't know. Just a great touch, great taste, great flair to it.
Thank you.
Skillful, and your music's great too. Great voice,
you.
great lyrics too.
Thanks.
So yeah, check her out.
Check
her
my
catch
stuff
her at
out.
Shuba's November 2nd at
Yep.
8.
Come to that show.
Come check it out. Those tickets are on sale. They're probably between $15 and $27.
Probably
That's
around
my
there.
guess. I don't
Thank
know. I
you.
picked out
Thank you
those-
for having me. Thank you guys for listening to this. So honored to be here.
Thank you. I appreciate
Come to
it.
DZ Records
Come
stuff.
to DZ Records stuff.
I got to go to some stuff too. I'm excited
Come
to
to
be
stuff.
connected now.
Yeah, we're going to have a
This'll be
show
dope.
again and soon, and you're going to play it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then we should get you in here for a session. Let's do a live
Hell
video
yeah.
session.
Hell yeah.
You
I
play
love
a
live
band
stuff.
or just alone?
Band.
Nice. How
Yeah.
many people in the band?
5.
5, including you, or all you
Including
and 4
me.
others?
Yeah, like best friend singing, Bestie on that lead guitar, you know, a drummer,
Drums,
upright.
bass,
My
upright?
like literally like my favorite musicians in Chicago I get to work with. So I'm so honored.
You do upright.
Yeah, sometimes.
Who plays your
Yeah.
bass for you?
Andy Greer, what's his last name? Something with a G. I forgot how.
Who's your drummer?
Joel Block.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're cool.
Is he from Oak Park?
They're around your age.
My age? What's my age?
You said your age at the beginning.
You still haven't said yours. It's kind of funny.
Haha.
I can guess.
You can't guess. You can't figure it out.
I can figure it out. All right.
The
Go to
internet will
U of
never
I.
know.
Oh, I haven't brought this up. It feels like you didn't enjoy yourself at U of I. Every time
I
you
didn't?
brought, you always just kind of like, you kind of like, you didn't make it seem like you really enjoyed it based on how you would like kind of.
Loved UI.
There it is.
I loved it. No, it was great. I skateboarded around. I was a little punk. I was like, fuck everybody.
Skateboarded, punk, music.
But I learned a lot. And the teachers were great. And
You didn't get a computer in the 2000s, but you lived in Oak Park and you were younger. I'm trying to figure out your age based on everything you said.
you can't guess it. I'm not going to tell you. I'm a mystery.
I'm gonna figure it out. What year did you graduate high school?
I let up nothing.
29?
You're close.
What is it?
I'm not telling you. Yeah, but I've got a good band.
Nice. Fair enough. I'm close. I'm probably with 2 years on either direction. My guess. I can't wait to hear your band. Sounds cool.
Thank you.
Keep making foam music.
Thank you for being so funny. That was so easy. Oh my God.
You're funny too. That laugh. The first, I don't know what I said to you earlier when you like put your head down.
I'm
all
a
the way.
cackler. Yeah.
You
it comes
cackle.
on my mom's side. It's a Jewish side.
Are you doing the Sammy Sosa? Yep. All right, Julia. Thank you for doing this. Thank you everyone for listening. Check her out. Her music, Spotify, Bandcamp, Instagram, TikTok. All of them. All of them. Your artwork. Everything.
Thank you. Thanks for having me up.
Thank you for being here. This was fun. Yeah, take some stickers and pins.
Hyped.
All right.
Cool.
Well, yeah.
Do you shake hands ever?
We can. I usually don't. Good game. Good game. I feel like we just played a
usually
chess
don't.
game and we like, good game.
Yeah.
You play chess?
No.
Okay.
I like checkers.
All right. Thank you. We don't want to take a photo.